think the audio is coming through, and I think we're live.
Cool.
I didn't swap over yet.
There we go.
Excellent.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Tears of Kairos. We were gone for like 2 weeks, and now we're back, and things are going to get real quick. So, I am Neysa. I'm Neysa Does Cosplay. I am your DM, and we have at the table...
We have Ninja Spence, also Spencer that I am playing Zhonya Embersong, and then that I will also be playing Nate, that Nate paints Warhammer's character Tal'gor, that the lizard folk barbarian.
I'm Jed Harris. I'll be playing Arten, Dawnwatcher, and occasionally being the puppet of Tal'gor because it's fun.
And I'm Hewitt, or Miro. Everybody calls me whatever anyway. And I will be playing Fil'verl, Ettin, the astral elf Sorlot.
Yes. We have multi-classed him, which is beautiful. Alright, so, recap because I myself have possibly forgotten things. Previously, you guys recovered from your battle with various shadow creatures in the town of Stonescar Pass, where you had successfully delivered the caravan that you were hired to guard. Talking with folks around town, things were getting pretty hard for them. Lots and lots of unpredictable occurrences with shadow creatures and other monsters. And so you all have kind of set yourself on this course of action to help figure things out, to get to the bottom of whatever this is. And to that end, you have kind of sort of maybe possibly taken up with a local crazy guy who was fighting shadows with you guys.
Crazy guy.
A local crazy guy named Erebos. He is a blue-skinned, tall-horned tiefling who maybe possibly is throwing around some blood magic. Who knows? And, but yeah, he was kind of taken with Arten a little bit, because Arten is big beefy cat man. But in any case, y'all had some run around, figuring some things out, gathering supplies, and then we left off pretty much with you guys going to sleep in the tavern. Erebos having agreed to basically stay and maintain a watch in the common room for you guys to let y'all get a full sleep. So we'll pick back up in the morning, long rest having been had by all, and yeah, it's dawn. Get your shit together and get out. Kind of thing.
Get your shit together. Put it in a bag. A backpack of some sort.
Proceed with your lives.
Who is up first?
I think I require the least amount of sleep out of everybody.
Probably.
Probably. But. I don't know what y'all are doing when I wake up. But when I wake up, I'm going to pull the full-on lion stretch, long yawn roar. Just it's coming from the room, just rumbling the door and everything. A good night's sleep.
Good morrow. I guess that I don't need to set the alarm spell now.
Sorry, forgot you were here.
Wow.
That was a good night's sleep.
Well, then I guess that you don't need the speedy just getting yourself ready. And then I asked that you're just talking to her, that she is speeding up herself and she's already getting dressed and ready to go. Well, bye.
Like, I'm literally in the middle of scratching my armpit, and all of a sudden she's dressed. I'm like, goodbye. I'll show up eventually to the breakfast after it takes some time sometimes.
So, Zhonya, are you and Zarina the first out of your room?
Mm-hmm.
As you come into the common room, you find on the... Basically, it's kind of been glued onto the front of the bar. And you see a few guards in the courtyard outside talking to Lori and Dusty. Lori and Dusty seem kind of resigned to this turn of events, but it's a. You'll have to forgive me because I have short pages, but it's a single long post. It's got like a royal seal on it.
Oh,
kind of glued to the front of the bar. If you would like, you could read it aloud.
Okay. Well, by the order of Martin Lucarin, Lord of the Guard of Zrael, a group of self-styled adventurers are hereby wanted for crimes against the Church of Finos, stealing sacred artifacts from the protection of the priest entrusted with their care, corrupting priests with their arcane deceptions and foul magic, acts of charlatanry, and poor dealing with artisans of the forge of the stars. These persons are wanted alive only. They should be considered armed and dangerous. Tristana, female, tiefling, warrior, pale skin, dark hair, foreign-born. Taya, female, Zraeling, leather wings, former priest acolyte, fair skin, light hair, eyes, amber, and sweet brown. We are just going to go with Pathin, male. Who?
Roland.
Oh, Roland.
My
sorry.
bad.
Roland, male, Zraelin, cloudy feather wings, former priest acolyte, pale skin, ice white hair, eyes pink and crimson. Information leading to their capture will be rewarded. And in that, Zhonya is just going to go like, well, that was rather perplexing. I just need coffee nobody's is at the bar, right?
As you're kind of like, you kind of stand back up from reading that, Marley has kind of popped up like on a stool behind the bar.
Oh.
She's like, coffee?
Why, yes, please, my dear.
You'll have to pour it yourself because I'm not supposed to. And she like slides the whole pot over.
Thank you, Marley. And then going to how much gold I got? I'll just leave her just a gold tip here that you can go in and get you a nice doll or something.
I want a sword. I'm gonna get a sword.
Don't tell my mom. I'm not gonna tell her.
She like tucks it down the front of her shirt.
So coffee, well then that since it's taped, then she's just gonna take out just up in her sketchbook. Spell book, not sketchbook, and just basically write down all of that, and then that even or odd. All right. Then she's just gonna go back up to the room and be like, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, I'd be ready by then.
Oh, then she actually comes in and just be like, shows you a page up in her spell book. Like, you can just take a look at that.
I don't know. Why are you giving her a spell book?
No, silly. Then that there is some
Can't
kind
do
of
spells.
It's not for spells.
I stab things.
It is that. Read it. And that was
It's not gonna work.
That was just taped on the board. Do you know how to read?
Yes, I know how to read. I'm just saying the spell's not gonna work no matter how hard I read it.
Will you show them your beautiful spell book though?
Oh yes, of course.
It is gorgeous.
Oh yes, champ. I am still working on it, but then that's so far that I'm basically making the spell book, and it will be more and stuff added to it.
It has clockwork, and I love it.
This is a wanted.
Well, yes, that some strange individuals have accosted the Lucarans.
Good on them. Are you suggesting we go help capture these guys?
That if it's gold involved, maybe.
Well, if it's gold involved, sure. But you know what's easier than capturing 3 people alive that are considered armed and dangerous?
We can just use whole person, right?
Mushrooms. We can go get the mushrooms, and those would be easier than capturing 3 armed and dangerous people alive.
That is true, but you are armed and dangerous yourself.
I could disarm them physically, take their arms. If I take their arms and they're no longer armed and dangerous,
I mean,
and wings. But then they might not live. You know, hold person might be a move.
But
you've done that once or twice.
Right? That I actually do remember that one, but I actually remember what that other one was called. I can basically make you go a little bit faster, and then I'm basically saving one for a very special encounter.
Okay. Yeah, let's have breakfast first.
Yes.
And some coffee and
then that we can basically yes, and then that this is taped on the bar, so I just wanted it for my own records.
Wow. I'm glad you have it because now we'll know what they look like. Unless they decide to dye their skin. Like you can't really change any of these things. Pale skin, feathers. You can kind of pluck his own wings. We're gonna know him a mile away. Yeah. We'll catch him.
All right. Hey Phil, what are you up to?
Phil probably would have already been up and. Yes, since it's been stated, not the first one out of the room. Phil's just kind of holding up what's the other half of or part of the emerald because it's been broken into so many little pieces. Like, all right, I think that you would look really good right there, but it's way too early for me to fuck this up just yet. I know the last few days have not been going that great, so. Tal'gor. Alright, you're awake. That's good. I was afraid that you weren't. You sleep so silently.
His stomach just starts growling.
Sorry, look at the hand motion though.
There's so much puppeteering going on here. We've got like multiple layers and I adore it.
Yeah, I think that we should be able to go down and get some breakfast, yeah.
Alright. So, y'all will all meet up in the common room of the tavern. Lori and Dusty will have returned inside. The guards will have moved on from whatever discussion they were having. Marley has reluctantly given up her spot behind the bar as a few more handfuls of people are kind of starting to file in for breakfast. Seems like a lot of the rooms that maybe had been booked before you guys showed up have since been vacated or otherwise emptied of their occupants. There's not quite as many people here as there were yesterday. So, Erebos is nowhere to be seen in the gathering throng of breakfast goers.
My boo.
Your blue boo is nowhere to be seen.
So
literally in my notes it says boo? Question mark? Do I want one of those? We're gonna have to figure this out for me.
Morning, Phil and Tal'gor. Did y'all sleep well? Right?
Y'all are just gonna be fighting over the freaking puppet.
No, we're not. But
it is a mutual thing.
So, okay. Tal'gor, that you look a little bit stronger now. Are you feeling okay?
He's gonna flex. Just like, yeah, I am stronger. But he can't say words, so
yeah,
just flex.
I mean, that I do have a message, but I don't feel like talking mentally.
It's like, we could have been communicating directly with him this entire time, but
this is more fun.
That takes away the artistry of playing someone with a slit throat.
Jim Henson would be proud.
So basically that you see this taped on the bar?
I mean, this is some labyrinth levels of stuff. Like,
I don't know, I'm getting more of a Skeksis vibe. I'm getting more of Dark Crystal than Labyrinth.
Okay, I don't know, I feel like Tal'gor could hang with the Wild Gang.
I mean...
Maybe. I just feel like he would have killed the one that goes, He would have killed the Chamberlain by now.
This is true.
So yeah,
I want to kill the Chamberlain by now.
Everybody.
Although there would have been definitely a moment of them just going back and forth of smell bad, smell bad.
you just said, Lori, Dusty, that I am gonna ask Dusty, like, good Morrow, is everything okay?
Tries not to choke on his coffee. Yeah, fine. None of the horses are out. It's great.
Oh, that's good. This wanted poster. What about this? That I was reading over this, and then it's just like,
I don't know. They came around first thing this morning, wanting to stick that on every doorway they could find. I told them not to put it on the door, so they put it there.
okay,
It's a wanted poster.
yes, apparently.
Yeah, apparently word was brought overnight from all the way from Finos Fade. So I don't know. Priests are always got their panties in a twist about something. And Lori just kind of says, "Don't talk like that." Anyway, yeah.
Go figure.
I'm gonna say that's an extremely difficult one to actually try to figure out right there, mostly because the alive portion makes the job way more difficult, right?
I know, right?
I mean, like, if it was just, you just need them physically. Well, hold on. Mm-hmm. Now, what's the reward on this?
I don't
Doesn't say.
believe so. It just said that just to bring them in alive.
It
It's probably going to be like 10 gold, some jewels we don't know what to do with, and the promise of wire that never shows up. That's what it's going to be.
Well, the wire showed up.
You had to get it yourself.
Look,
Fair, but
the priest, this kind of manhunt thing hasn't. We never really had anything like that before, so I mean.
well,
I
hold
don't
on.
know.
If we're supposed to take him back to the priest, right?
It's mostly just meant to be a everybody be on the lookout kind of thing.
Oh, neighborhood watch kind of thing.
They don't want everybody, going hunting when people got their own shit to deal with. But like, if you were to provide information that led to their capture, you'd probably get something out of it. I mean,
Well, I was going to say, if you're supposed to be taking them alive, take them back to the priest. The priest knows how to bring people back to life. Right? Take half the
I think
reward.
it says see the town guard.
Oh, never mind.
Or your
I had a theory that, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong with this. If we killed them and brought them back, but there was a priest there that could resurrect them, we could still get the life bounty. However, I don't think that's going to be financially feasible.
That sounds like a good loophole for them not to give us a live bounty.
You know, priests can't raise the dead, right? That's not a thing.
This world is now a lot more concerning to me. So
I mean that.
Why would we want to bring people back from Kairos realm? It's not a good idea. I mean, you see the shadows running around. Like, I mean, you say that's not what happens when you try to bring people back.
where I'm from, there's two ways to bring the dead back. One is what is all this bullshit, and it's the bad form of necromancy that everybody hates. The other form is sacred magic, but it's still just necromancy with an extra step, and you bring them back from the dead, but they're them again, and they're not like going to eat you or
Doesn't
undead.
that need like a giant diamond or something?
I mean,
Depends on exactly how long they've been dead.
Tal'gor is just basically just going to go like, and just like point, and just like Zhonya for her, and then like, oh right, or else use time magic to bring somebody back at the expense of your own soul.
Now, at the same time,
Again, that sounds pretty
this sounds like
expensive.
we're making her a little bit uncomfortable with this, right?
Let's
change subjects because y'all got mad at me yesterday for informing an individual of the good and bad necromancy, and I've done it 2 days in a row, and I don't need to make a hat trick.
No, we
I was
were
just-
talking about bows yesterday.
I was talking.
Crossbows are the superior option.
Agreed. But in this case of catching these of these guys, because it says they're armed and dangerous and needed back alive. But what if we take their arms? They're no longer dangerous.
As long as they're alive, I mean.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Do you have to raise your hand or put your hand on anything in court when you swear? That could be a sticky wicket there.
Well, just keep a hand.
Yeah, but it has to be connected to them. Like, I'll be honest. Like, if you just handed me, if you unhanded me, and then you put my hand.
Types lead a weird life.
We are far
Back
traveled.
outside.
We are far traveled, and thank you for breakfast.
If I unhand you and then they say put your hand on a Bible, I just have to put the hand on
What's a Bible?
the holy text.
It's it's a wild read if you ever just
I
like
mean,
to.
that I have heard of holy text, but not this so-called Bible.
It's about a carpenter and all of his friends.
The carpenter doesn't even show up until like
It's like
3/4 of the
halfway-
way through.
It's like it's one of those that you think you found the main character at the very beginning, but no, he dies, and then there's all these pages.
Can we point out, though, completely off the table, but can we point out, though, that Jesus himself was not stated to be a carpenter, he was stated to be the carpenter's son. Chances are he probably fucked shit up bad trying to do woodworking.
No, I watched the Mel Gibson movie. He invented the tall four-legged table. It's such a stupid thing in the movie. It's such a stupid thing in the movie.
Distraction. Okay, and we're back.
Jesus comes in.
No,
These
we're
are these are called dovetails.
And we are now back. So, but
This brought to you by the sacrilegious team bonus action table of Tears of Kairos.
anyway,
I think we're all sacrilegious.
so that you said something about mushroom hunting before we get on the road.
I thought we said that we were going to actually go up and handle the church first, or the monastery first.
Forgot about the church monastery thing.
If we don't, okay,
Fine.
if we
You're
don't
right.
handle that and the mushroom, you don't get paid for the mushrooms, and there's a bunch of dead kids.
No,
You
you're
want
right.
that
You're right.
conscience?
I woke up remembering money and forgetting about chores. So let's go do the chores, and we'll get money later.
So we are just gonna do it by foot. That's fine, I guess. Well, I got some strength, but it's okay.
My foot. What?
She has a +2 strength.
You can't walk.
I can walk.
What's wrong with going by foot?
I figured that's what we were doing. Because there's no carts. Also, I don't want to take anyone's horse. You seen the condition of the town? That's a work animal. We don't need to steal it.
To be fair, there's probably a couple horses who don't have masters anymore.
I mean,
didn't stop and think about that, but it'd be a little gauche, wouldn't it? To be like, hey, I'm sorry your mom died.
Yeah.
Can I have that horse?
Yeah.
Here's a
right.
shiny gold coin.
You're right. You're right. That's not very nice.
I mean, you could do it.
Well, then I guess
Let's
that
go
we
by
should get
foot.
going. We should be getting going. And then, by the way, that you know that the longbow is better as she skips out.
You see, eventually they're going to just have to demonstrate why it's superior. By the way, I'll totally help you.
So you guys are kind of getting all your crap out of the tavern.
Yeah.
As you're kind of packing up, Lori takes notice and basically gets Marley, and they go into the back room and they come out before you guys are completely out of the inn with like a small array of like pouches of food. She's like, it ain't much, but you know it's what we've got. So she basically gives the group of you guys 6 days of rations.
Oh, why? Thank you.
6 persons for 6 days rations.
Okay. Let me put that on his sheet.
She's just like well, hopefully we'll be here whenever you make it back this way. Just be careful out there. Just be careful.
We'll do.
Will do.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Well, quarterstaff is walking stick. All right, you can do
It's
this.
a string away from a longbow.
Hey, that to be fair, that unless of course it's
Accurate? Is it accurate as we're walking out the door?
just
Oh, yeah, I think it's
hey,
pretty
there.
accurate. You just took a string and tied it to the corners of a longbow.
Unless of course, if somebody had basically swapped me out, basically from being trained up in light, up in just at the inferior light crossbow to just a short bow. That I would already have a short bow.
I want a team crossbow shirt.
Done.
Team crossbow.
We can get a team bow shirt.
Let's go. Team crossbow.
Just like, also, there's no. Actually, I can't back up fully on that joke. That's oak. You got to use something like elm or yew for a longbow. It's springier. Which means you got to find a tree that has a branch long enough that just happens to be bendable enough and needs a bunch of work so it can become something that isn't as easy or user-friendly as a crossbow. And just keeps going.
You guys go through town. seems like things are a little more stable than they were the morning before, right after the attack, but there's obviously still the mark of desperation on a lot of the faces you're seeing, like, around in the distance, kind of people heads down, moving to their destination. The guard presence is a little more out in force now that most of the walking wounded are kind of healed up and back on their feet. And so you guys head across town, start heading up the road into the mountains, and as you come within sight of Hamza's apothecary, you can see Erebos is actually standing on the edge of the road outside, and he has a very large goat that is laden with bags and satchels and things. And he says, "Hi guys!"
Oh, hi. Hi,
Erebos.
You guys
There you
are
are.
late!
We're late? I am
it's
always on time.
Sun's up.
true.
Goat.
We already have rations.
Yeah, it's a goat.
That's a goat.
No,
His name's
that's-
Fancy.
Fancy
It's a
the
fancy
goat.
You don't name your rations.
No. He's a pot goat.
Stacy.
Fancy the goat.
He's
Don't
rations
fancy the goat.
if
That just is
we run out of everything else. But we shouldn't, because it's only 3 days to the monastery.
3 days?
Okay.
If we don't get, trapped by a rock slide or an avalanche or something like that.
Interesting.
Foreshadowing.
Oh,
I mean, it's in the mountains, you never know what's going to happen.
Rocks
So-
fall, the goat dies.
So then I did that you sleep well.
We make a fire.
Sleep? What sleep? I didn't sleep. What are you talking about?
I am
we're
going
just
to
excited to
back
go
pocket that.
on
I'm
a
going to back
trip.
pocket that one.
It's been a while since Fancy and me have been on the road.
Right.
But y'all haven't. Sorry, the wrong word. You've never actually dealt with an individual who doesn't have to sleep?
Did you not sleep either?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, I tranced.
No.
Tranced.
Oh, yeah,
elf.
No, but I do remember being suspended up in just limbo for about what seemed like an eternity while I was learning a bit about time
Must have
magic.
been a hell of a party if they had limbo.
It was.
Wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Oh, that game. Yeah, then we just call that backbends from where I'm from.
Backbends.
I call that something different.
I wouldn't actually call it backbends in public around anybody else, because usually that has another connotation that you don't want to have out there.
I like it.
Or you do. Or you
I
do.
like it. You like it. You like it.
Sometimes you do.
You like it. So we go. Shall we
All
go?
right, let's go,
All
Fancy.
right, let's go.
It feels like 15, 20 feet.
Oh my God, Tal'gor, you
Y'all caught
okay?
up. Feels like the whole time Phil's been going while still talking, so he's like 15, 20. Just like, that's what I expect when the
Yep.
fucking warlock gets out in the front. What happens? Damnedest thing. Harpy eagle.
Swooped out and got him. And take him.
We learned that Phil was less than 50 pounds after all.
All right. So you guys will be able to head on up the road. You'll pass the temple. The bodies and bloodstains have been cleared away. Brother Orion does not appear to be at his post at the temple door today. The table isn't there. It seems there's some clouds in the sky, so the interior of the temple through the open doorway is kind of shadowy. As you all are kind of passing by, you can see that the fire bowl in front of Finos' mirror is barely lit.
Tal'gor's like, and then that she's going to be like,
You've known that religion for like what, 2 days? Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's okay. Have you read a book about it yet? Like, do you know how big the fire is supposed to be?
Tal'gor's just going to be like, and just point at Zorina like, he does know how to read a little bit, but he doesn't study religion a bit. And
Look, I'm just going to say we keep going because apparently when it gets rainy, their church closes down.
True. Let's go.
The priest takes off rain days. I'm confused.
He's an old man. He's got arthritis. Leave him be.
As that we are basically walking past it, can I make a religion check at the flame?
Sure.
Okay. That's a good one. That is a stupid 19.
Whatever power or presence fuels the fire, because it's a bowl with fire in it. Like it shouldn't be burning anyway. It seems to be somewhat dimmed, but it's not gone entirely.
Okay then.
Okay.
That's good to know. Alright, carry on.
Right. So the road stays relatively wide as it kind of goes up the first few switchbacks past the temple, but it gradually starts to narrow until it's all but a single track through the mountains. We're going to kind of streamline this because I did not intend this to be a wilderness trek campaign. So what we're going to do is just a basic group survival check. If the majority of you get over 15, we're good. And y'all will be able to make it to a way stop along the way by nightfall.
That the blue is Tal'gor, that the golden one is Zhonya.
Fair enough.
Okay, not
Tal'gor did okay. He had did a 21. Zhonya got an 11.
17.
Okay.
15, because I have a +0.
That's majority across the board passing, so you're good.
Yes.
Alright.
So basically, as you guys traverse the mountains, the road, it gets a little rocky and rough at times. Like there's a few almost washouts and things like that where creeks come down the mountainside. The road itself tends to hug against one mountainside or the other as it goes along, so you're kind of walking on a wider shelf situation.
Did you just say crick?
What?
Asking, did you say crick?
Yes.
I'm so happy someone else says it that way sometimes.
Get the confusion on her face that showed
I was
up.
like, what?
No, because I know it's supposed to be creek, but ever since I watched Dimension 20, she's a crick elf, and I'm like, they live by the crick.
Well, okay.
It's more like whenever Brain gets in the somewhat British space, that's how it comes out. I don't know why. There we are. Okay, so
British are just rednecks from Europe.
In any case, we continue on, and eventually the road kind of widens out on a shoulder of the mountain, and it's obvious that this is pretty much the first overnight stop space, the rest area, if you will. There's a fire pit that's kind of dug out, has remnants and some other wood kind of piled nearby, leave some for the next come by kind of situation. There's not really any overhead shelter. It's expected that you'll have your own tents or whatever. Even the mountain itself doesn't really have any overhang over this this area. But it's essentially a 30 by 50 foot space, and that's all. There is a sheer drop off the side and a sheer wall going up. So you've literally got the one wide spot in the road that you've seen for 4 hours. But this is your spend the night space. So Erebos will be working on picketing Fancy and kind of unloading. He's got a couple of small tents on top of Fancy, and they are small, single person tents. So there's a few scrub brushy type things. You did pass a patch of trees a little ways back down the way, so prepping camp isn't going to be that hard of an issue.
Okay.
But yeah, it's y'all's first night in the mountains.
Tal'gor, let's go gather some wood. Bring your axe.
What is Zhonya going to be doing?
Going to basically be helping out as much as she can. Just try to at least get basically set up some of the tents and stuff like that.
Yeah, Erebos will hand you one and kind of work through it with you on the other one, kind of getting it set up. What's Phil up to?
Helping with the tents too, because he's
Fair
not
enough.
going to try to be useful or useless. Let's say he's not going to be useful. No, he's not that dude. I'm also trying to remember. Did I write down prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
And I didn't because I forgot prestidigitation is a giant wall of text. I will Google it when I need it.
Good plan.
Because you can use prestidigitation to
It can clean like a square foot.
soil a square foot.
Soil a
It can create a little bit of food or a trinket.
Right. I think it can also spawn a little
It can
teeny flame.
It can start a campfire, or it can light
Yeah.
a candle or a torch.
Whereas thaumaturgy, you can modify the existing flames.
Right. But
Yeah.
okay, so that's it. But the question I have with the food, because I've always had this question with prestidigitation, because the trinket is temporary. Mm-hmm. Is the food temporary?
We're going to find out.
Where did I actually put my phone?
Prestidigitation 5E.
Prestidigitation. Presentation as a cantrip.
I don't know, man. That might be some actual magic right there. Because getting somebody to speak in front of a group,
Or else just like getting them not to have shitty PowerPoints.
no, that's a curse.
No, okay. You can create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, like a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, a faint musical note, or an odor. You can instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire. You can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than a cubic foot, not just a square foot, a cubic foot. You can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. So you could change the flavor of some food.
And the temperature of it, so
And
I
the
can make.
temperature of
Okay, so that's what it is.
You can make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or surface for an hour. You can create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit in your hand that lasts until the end of your next turn.
Okay, so that's what it is. I will be honest, I've only ever used prestidigitation to clean and soil.
That I think most people have.
Because you can technically make someone shit their pants.
So as that we are basically getting tents and stuff, and they're going to be like that. Erebos, did you see or else hear about the wanted posters all around?
What wanted posters? What now?
Yeah, that these memos.
Is it me? Is it me?
No, it's not you. It's not you.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, then they are just talking about basically like it's from the Lucarans apparently. Then they said that like some adventurers had committed some crime.
Huh?
Yeah.
But adventurers are the good guys usually. Aren't they?
Sometimes, I mean
I always was. Pout. What's it say?
Oh, here you go.
Gonna steal all your spells now.
Steal my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Then that you are going to teach me some of that blood magic you can do.
Am I? Did we agree to that? Did we? Have I forgotten that?
Yes, you did forget about that.
Told her you were just going to straight up teach her all the blood magic you knew.
Oh God. Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't taught anybody for 500 years, but okay. We could do that later. Maybe.
You have to roll for it.
I mean that we can have like Arten included too.
If 3 of us lie, it just becomes true.
He doesn't have a good memory, guys. Use it wisely or not. Your choice.
Now I feel slightly bad. We're taking advantage of someone that has
Alzheimer's?
Your choices.
All times.
Your choices.
Just like, all right, now I think we are the bad guys. I'm sorry.
I mean,
All right. So these
You're the bad
folk-
guys.
these-
I'm chopping wood.
these 3 folk have stolen sacred Phinos artifacts. I didn't
Yes.
know Phinos had artifacts. He's a son. How does he have artifacts?
I mean,
He burns everything.
Did they?
Is it ash? I mean, what
Hold
did they
on,
steal?
did they steal the bowls? They stole the bowls.
The bowls? What?
Fire bowls, right?
Fire
Yes.
bowls?
Doesn't he have a bowl that's full of fire?
No, I mean, yeah, but
Or am I thinking
why
of the
would
wrong-
why would you just steal a bowl?
Cereal.
let me read. I mean,
That could be tasty. What if it always kept your oatmeal warm?
what do they mean by foul magic?
That might be something to this religion if that's
I
actually
mean,
true.
they're like
Chickens? Is it chicken magic? It's gotta be chicken magic.
No, that is from a place called Hyrule or something like that. But anyway. But it's just
Really?
more so, yes.
Heard of chicken magic?
Yes, that if that you keep on like attacking a chicken once or twice, and then that it is called chicken swarm.
Spawning chickens. I'm gonna go over to Fancy and cover Fancy's ears and be like, would it work on goats? I always thought it'd be fun to have more Fancy.
I mean that just as
I mean, one Fancy's good, but having really more would be great.
I just only think then that they just work on chickens a little bit there.
Oh, I love you, Fancy.
But anyway, it's just odd to me that like foul magic. Like, what did they do?
Well, obviously, they spawn chickens. We just talked about this. They put chickens in the temple. I don't know.
That is a very astute observation.
Simple old chickens.
But I don't think that it was anything that drastic. Oh yes, and then do you mind giving me that other peg for just this tent?
Yep.
Okay.
Just hurl it at him.
Just sees that. So fucking glad I'm doing this one by myself.
That you know that I can just speed this all up, and then that just basically just for pure flavor only just basically just starts just moving fast and getting all of the things together, and also starts speeding you up too.
I don't fucking like this. It's really fucking weird. There's a long time. Like,
Slow.
shit.
Normal.
Well, that was fucking odd. Don't do that again.
No, that this is how I get ready every morning.
My heart is doing a thing.
Your heart is fine.
My heart is doing a thing. It can't figure out the thing it's doing.
I could feel it.
Please don't.
Okay.
Mostly because there's also these little wedges and glass cutting tools here. You poke your hand.
Oh, that Arena's just quietly napping by the fire. That's sweet.
Aw, she's adorable. All right, so you guys come back to Zhonya over here, kind of flashing,
Just
finishing her tent.
Gonna make direct eye contact with you.
She's doing the fast thing again, isn't she? She's got loads of wood. She does that.
You're gonna give.
Tal'gor, just put it over here by the others.
You're gonna give the tiefling vapors. You gotta behave.
I'd bite. What? Sorry?
Just kind of stack up the wood and then put some of it into the fire pit. Hey Phil.
Hi.
Mind doing the thing?
Prestidigitation.
It's pretty.
Alright.
So, what we got for food?
I plop down by the
I don't know a lick of cooking, so it's only used to.
Opens up a bag. Well, we all have rations, so there's bread,
Here.
cheese,
Alright.
bread.
Yep.
I think it's persimmon.
Ooh.
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's a pomegranate.
Yeah.
It's got a little butthole on it. It's fine.
And then there's this.
I think it's a potato, but it's kind of orangey.
Is that a sweet potato?
They make potatoes that are sweet.
Yes, the best.
Called yams. Anyway,
Yeah, the best kind.
we got that. Plus, I don't know. There's granola. There's jerky. Big League Chew. I'm keeping that personally myself.
Trademark.
Trademark. I mean,
How many bread and cheese? I got this. Give me the bread and cheese.
bread and cheese.
Pulls
Figured everybody was going through their snack packs too. Y'all just
Yeah,
going through
yeah.
fills.
out a dagger and starts whacking off slices of bread and cheese. And then puts them on a slate rock on the fire.
Oh, cheese toast.
I'm just watching you as like eating my cold bread.
What are you doing? I've never seen this before in my
You're
life.
gonna burn that bread.
I'm grilling cheese.
It's called toast.
But you don't need to cook the cheese or the bread.
cheese.
It's already
It
cooked.
makes it melty and delicious.
She's not wrong. Or he's not wrong.
Really, I would like to try this. Never tried it before.
Takes
Just eating my
takes the dagger as a
uncle bread.
spatula to slide them off onto a tin plate. It's hot.
Fire, Genasi. I like it spicy.
It's not spicy, it's hot.
This one's hair is literally fire. So
There's a beret I can't. How is the beret not burning? Is it a magic hat? I think
it's
a magic
asbestos.
hat. I don't have the luck of magic hats. I don't like that.
I mean, that...
I don't know about that. Is the hat evil? I think the hat's possessing her. The hat's possessing her!
Well, then you gotta get it off of her.
I'm not touching it.
Don't touch it.
You touch it.
I don't want to touch it.
I am not going to be that mean. Should I be that mean?
I don't want the time magic done to me again.
Should I be that mean? Oh. Sending a message to Erebos and going to be like, I am the evil beret. You can reply to this message.
Immediately pulls bow, knocks an arrow, tinks his finger on it to light it on fire, and shoots the thing off your head. Or at least attempts to shoot it off your
Attempts
head.
to shoot the thing off the head.
I have a low AC.
Gonna be fair. Attempts to shoot it off your head and it goes wide.
See, this is why you don't need a longbow. You gotta go with a crossbow in this type of situation.
Takes dagger, flings dagger. Misses again.
Oh, that went off the cliff.
I'm just gonna jump in between. Wait.
The hat's talking!
What did you do?
The hat is talking.
What did you do?
What languages do you speak?
Leonin and Common. Do you speak Leonin? No.
I literally rolled a 2.
Did talk Common.
I just did a little trick in your message.
You played a trick?
Yes.
On Erebos.
Why? It's fine.
What?
That was you, not the hat?
Look at me.
That was both of us.
Look at me. Look at me. Of all the people, by this fire, to play mind games with, you chose Erebos.
Yes.
And all that implies.
Yes. Phil,
I'm walking away. Throw daggers all you want. I'm gonna go over here. Did that to yourself. That was all on you.
He's just like the kid that's just like eating the snack and just like watching the bad kid get in trouble by the teacher.
I'm walking away.
I pull out my little wineskin and put a little straw in.
Juice box.
I'm sitting up against the mountain, the cliff face behind me, eating my pomegranate like an apple, and then spitting seeds.
Look, I
don't know how else to eat this.
We all just need to have a little bit of
because that'd be terrible. There's so much rind in there with everything else.
You should take the hat off and say that with the hat on, so I know it's actually.
Pomegranate's horrible.
She takes off the hat and set it down and walks away from it.
Prestidigitation to where that makes it look like it's glowing a little bit.
That I do apologize.
Whips another dagger and just stabs the hat.
Just going to just like look
Wow,
and feel.
that went to 11 real fucking quick. I didn't expect it quite like that.
And just going to just like look and feel, and then that you do not feel fire, but you feel as if that like
It's a little warm, yeah.
as a
It's
just
hot.
like produce flame is in your skull right now.
That's pretty hot. I think it's dead.
I don't like these pomegranate things. I'm just fling it.
Wow, that's still going.
That's really good in tea, though. Why'd you do that?
Tal'gor just rolled a natural 20 to just jump up and catch it.
Oh, damn.
Tal'gor. Anyway, take your dagger out of our hat.
Good catch, Tal'gor.
It's dead.
All right, let's do it again. Give me your pomegranate.
That was the only one.
I am going to
Go
eat
through your
my
snack pack.
No, that was from my snack
I mean,
pack.
let's see what I got.
Where's the one that I left out then?
I have
Where your pomegranate went.
I put everything out for everybody to
Tal'gor just smiling.
I have spinach, French bread. Wow, if they had gave me a fancy one, then if they gave me some, what I can only think is skeever meat? Wait, why do I have like a little wine cooler of this thing called Uma? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what's happening over there.
Anyway, you're going to take your knife out of her hat.
Stands up, puts a kinky boot on the hat, pulls the dagger out, and walks away.
Starts to cast mending, and it'll take 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Goes to sit by Arten against the cliff.
That was great. It was absolutely great.
The story of the hat.
It's actually a holdover from our shop campaign. There's another character. She's a little dragonborn. And she had like a big like witch hat that on the mini she made looks like the Sorting Hat face. Erebos really thought the hat was possessed. We just barely got rid of it like 4 sessions ago. It was an ongoing thing. Scary hat.
The thing doesn't trust hats.
So,
Hats possess you. They have to
so
recognize your
actually,
brain.
before we actually go to sleep, so as that talking and feeling and walking over to just the collective, so do we really think that it's the church? What do y'all think?
Well, it came from this direction, so I mean, I didn't see any other pathways while we were coming up that something could have came out of. Not that I was really looking, mind you, but
There are no other roads off this road.
not even just that. Like, I'm assuming we didn't see a path, we didn't see a messed up tree, because giant shadow manticore would have left a.
These mountains
It flew.
are like very. The mountains are very much like this is the only way through. It's sheer cliffs here, sheer drops there. There's really not. They're quite inhospitable.
So I'm assuming whatever it was came from further up this direction. So we're between it and them as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the most advantageous position, but also got to protect the town. Especially if you want to go get paid for mushrooms.
I mean, yeah, that, sounds like a plan to me, just as long as that we can do whatever we can feel is necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, that good deeds go a long way.
Then again, the whole thing, I started out trying to pull at this one's heartstrings. Then I realized that didn't work. I had to pull at the purse strings to get him to do it.
I mean, that, that Tal'gor,
When he talks.
what do you think? And he just holds up the flame of thing like,
Weird. When Nate eventually gets back, Tal'gor is going to have such a personality shift.
Are you paying attention, Nate?
I think he is taking care of a sick Julie
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I've had that happen too. It's like you're all excited, you go and do something fun, then you get food poisoning, and you're like, I could never go to a nice restaurant
I
again.
never had food poisoning once in my life.
It's not fun.
Oh, it's not.
You bastard.
Especially when you don't expect it, and you're like, everything's fine, doodly-doo.
And then you literally have a boulder in your stomach.
And then all you hear is the.
I don't want that.
Mine don't go. Mine
At
just
least
goes.
I had a fractured tailbone before, but I don't want that.
Oh, yeah, you can keep that damaged coccyx. I ain't dealing with that.
No.
But anyway, then that.
I'm a hard pass on all of these things.
It's getting dark in the mountains.
So I guess it's nighttime then.
Yeah.
See, while we're
That's what happens.
Phil's gonna start working on stuff while talking, because y'all are gonna watch Phil trying to twist more wire, because I know that this is repetitive at this point. This thing's gonna need a lot of fucking twisted wire. So what do I need to roll?
Give me some. I'll do some.
All right,
You're just braiding it, right? Or
I
twisty?
trying to
Braid or
twist.
twist?
It's most of it's a triple twist.
All right. Yeah. Give.
Don't look at me. I don't know if he's any
Just
good at
gonna
this.
So
before handing it over, just gonna have my hand on the. He's probably, as he's laying out, probably has his hand on the lantern anyway. You got right with this?
it's just wire, dear.
Alright, it's just you've been iffy about me telling people before. Or getting them to help me.
It's just wire. He's not touching the lantern.
That's true. Okay. And just hands.
So he's helping you, so you'll have advantage performance. Or sleight of hand, your choice.
Performance is a 3, sleight of hand is a 2.
Oh,
Well,
Do it again.
that is a dirty 20.
Beautiful. You and Erbo successfully managed to twist about a foot of wire. A foot twisted. Length.
Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the claws. They're helpful.
Yeah.
You should get him to do some.
I'm not exactly artistic.
You could be.
Well,
I like
I would say
raids.
that you're very artistic in what you do for a living.
Blood artist.
You work in carnage.
Were we supposed to do
I
something?
work in college.
what do you mean?
Were we supposed to do something?
Go to sleep? Take
Well-
watch?
We're heading up towards the... It's okay. We're heading up towards the temple. You're showing us the way?
No. We were supposed to. We were talking about something when we were doing the test. We were supposed to do something.
Oh. I thought
Oh,
he had forgotten again in this.
But I don't.
We
my
did
character
wire
doesn't know
thing.
it's
we did wire thing.
But you said we should do. I had to teach you something. There was something.
What would you teach you?
I don't know.
Just alphabet.
She-
it's tiny
was it
bit.
foul
she
magic?
knows-
No, wait.
No, that we were talking about chicken magic, and then that.
Yes, foul magic.
You know chicken magic?
No, I don't. We were talking.
Well, if you don't know it, how are you gonna teach her?
It was something else.
I'm.
She was showing off her time magic, and
Himamansi.
She does.
was I
the-
supposed to teach you how to play a lyre? No.
No.
That actually can be a useful
No.
skill depending on how you spell liar.
I mean, then that you were going to also teach me that
I've
the
played a
greatness
lyre
about
before.
bows later.
I've
and
definitely
then
played
that-
a lie before.
Was it blood magic? I don't remember.
I
Was
think
it?
it was blood
Was
magic
it?
that you're trying to learn.
Why do
I
you want to
just-
know that?
Just wanted to just never seen it before, honestly.
You cut yourself and you wish bad things on people. Or monsters.
Huh.
Point. Stab. Click.
Making a
Like that?
I don't know.
keep meta knowledge out about
It's like-
blood
like-
hunters. Let's make a Arcana check about that.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Okay, that's a 23.
He's not lying. There's probably a little more to it than
This
that,
one's
but
the
that's the
lie.
basis of it.
I'm lying.
You
Yeah.
are.
I'm a liar.
I was just curious about it. That's all. Just
I mean, it's fun, but it's not fun because it doesn't always come from a good place, you know.
I mean that just like
That's why I have the liar, and he fixed it, and it's pretty now.
yeah. Then that only thing that I know how to do is just use simple weapons, and then that a forsaken light crossbow, which then I just gave to them. But that's all I know.
Speaking of liar, would you play for us?
I could, but you gotta pay. That's how it works, right? You get paid for song. It's busking. Is that how that works?
I didn't think that's how it worked.
I mean, you are traveling with us, and then that we are offering protection, so we are paying with protection.
I brought fancy.
He makes a good point. You
We brought
can't argue
Tal'gor.
that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Saying big strong thing. I figured I'd point at the big strong thing. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Are we gambling? I kind of zoned out that for a second.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh wait. Oh. I guess I'll take first watch since it's getting dark.
I'll take second watch with Tal'gor.
Why don't you already just go ahead and sleep? I can take first watch. I mean, I'm not even tired. Plus, that one doesn't sleep.
That one doesn't sleep.
I sleep sometimes. Depends on if I'm worn out or not.
That one doesn't sleep.
Sometimes.
Just saying. You go ahead and get your sleep now.
Fine.
I'll take first watch. I mean, I only need 4 hours to transfer a moment.
Fair enough.
Pulls out his lyre anyway and starts strumming, but he's still out of tune.
That is a personal choice at this point, I fully believe.
I rolled for it. It wasn't great.
It has to be a personal choice at this point.
I mean, that it sounds familiar, but I just think that he's just playing bad on purpose.
I threw it all.
He's not singing. He's just.
No, I'm just saying.
thinking.
All I can imagine is this is the dude that's at every college that can't play Wonderwall on an acoustic guitar that's sitting in the Commons trying so hard.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. I'm saving all my bardishness. I'm supposed to be starting up another bard character on Tuesday, or Wednesday, so all my bardishness is being saved.
Bards have been ruined for me for right now, mostly because if I do one, I'm going to inadvertently try to be Scamlin from the frickin' animated series.
So good.
Anyway.
So good.
I'm sorry. Having a giant magical Bigby's hand give the finger is my favorite use of a spell now.
The beads. I can't even.
It's so good. So many things.
Don't hurt my friends. It's rude.
Like,
Anyway, before we go down this tangent.
Too many rabbit hole.
yeah, no, I stopped myself.
So, there were first watches happening where?
First watch.
Plus Erebos, okay.
That is a 15 on perception.
You're sitting there kind of, doing your, whatever you're doing with your lantern and kind of just keeping your ears peeled and checking for things, and it's quiet and, there's not a lot of wildlife out and about with how isolated and very scarped this mountainside is. So, every so often you hear owls or something zooming through the canyon. Small shrieks of small rodents getting yoinked. But nothing untoward. Those few hours pass without any issue.
Sorry, now all I can think of is the meme of the little mouse that, they say it's a lion, even though it's tiny. It's so the voiceover is, ah! Old meme. I just dated myself. That is
What, Swan Princess?
No, it's from a nature documentary. It's this little bitty desert mouse that they say is it's the lion of its weight class, and it's just the mouse is actually because it yells at the moon that's what they do. But the way people edit the meme is some dude literally just, I think it's Arlie Emery's war scream over it, and it's he just hears that. That's why you don't fucking do that in the middle of the night, isn't it? That sucks. Wow.
In any case, your watch passes uneventfully for the most part. Oh.
Alright, second watch.
I'm gonna thump both of them, then go in a tent. And then I got pillows.
Yeah.
Fine.
So many pillows.
Just
She's rather quiet tonight. Can't tell why. She's not being very talkative or very affectionate. But she's also not mad at you. You at least know that much.
You done did a thing.
She's kind of distanced.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, second watch.
Yeah, second watch.
I got Tal'gor's. Oh, wait. Okay. I guess Zonya's by herself then. Tal'gor got a 16. Wait. What?
I think there's some confusion on the
Yeah.
watch order.
he said thump those two, and I thought it meant us two.
No, that it was
My
Zhonya
bad.
and Tal'gor.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so Tal'gor on his perception got a 19.
Does
Zhonya got a natural 20.
Does Tal'gor have dark vision?
He's the only one that doesn't.
He doesn't. So disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's a 14 for Tal'gor. Natural 20 for Zhonya.
Tal'gor's up and kind of, pacing and like patrolling the camp area every so often. And at some point through all of this, there's some fog rolling in. It's kind of coming across the canyon that you guys are in and moving down as it does. It's not terribly thick, but it's getting there. It gets to the point where you can't quite make out the edge of the cliff that you guys are on.
How was the weather today whenever we traveled?
Clear. After there were some clouds early, but they moved out and the most of the day was clear.
Tal'gor, you might want to get closer because this fog, I don't know about this fog. And she would like to make
It gets awkwardly close.
and then she would like to make a Arcana check, if I can.
Go ahead.
I use a different dice. That's a 17.
It feels like there's some magical stuff happening in this canyon, but you can't tell if it's connected to the fog, connected to your companions, or connected to something else. But there's like magical currents running different places.
Well, Tal'gor, I guess that whenever it is Arten and then Zorina watching, then we can like let them both know that it's something magical is in this air.
Is it me?
Oh,
I'm still here. I don't sleep, remember?
just like it was just so quiet, but oh yes, and then the fog. You know the fog?
It's fog. Let me actually change the music, hang on.
But it is kind of magical. That was awesome.
Fix the music. It's not, it's just normal late mountain fog.
Maybe then I'm just worried about other things. Maybe I'm tired.
Spooky things in the mountains. Careful, Zhonya.
She's not that. She does not have fear as her flaw. She gets that she is easily distracted by new information. Arten, it's time to wake up for your watch, and then be careful. The fog is seemingly magical, but I don't know.
We should stick close, to make sure we don't lose each other in the fog.
You go have fun with that. No.
This was by design.
Arten, sorry, but Phil inside the lantern, just wiping.
You're in a tent though, right?
Yeah.
In a tent in the lantern. In a lantern in the tent. In a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Okay. Let's see. Can't see very well.
You can hear though, right?
Yes, I can hear. Fog didn't stop you from hearing.
Okay, good.
Is the dog up with us, or is the dog up with you?
The dog should be up.
Okay. I thought you said something about the dog earlier.
Oh, that the dog can assist on at the watch. Let me just get those stats up.
It's fine.
What'd you roll?
Oh,
or have you not?
No, I was rolling for other
I had
things.
just rolled for her actually, and then that the dog had got a dirty 20.
I am distracted.
Zorina.
Oh, are you?
I got a whole 8.
Okay.
Got a whole 8. Goodness.
Explain the distraction though, just so I'm not stepping on toes.
Nope. You'd be stepping on them toes.
Alright.
100%. Everybody's been hitting at the same thing, and now they're like, you guys stick close. I'm like, okay.
Opposite.
Okay. This stick close.
You just see kinky boots and a tail.
Kiki, what's in the tail?
Which tail, though?
Oh.
Are we tail twining? I feel like we should be tail twining.
Let's
No.
hope tails.
Playing tailsies.
We're not there yet.
No.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Not even to brush the mane.
I barely know you.
You're so much better than Benedict about that.
Benedict will fuck the mayor on 12 hours of notice.
I think it was 5 minutes of notice.
It really wasn't that long.
The mayor's coming. Not yet.
It was beautiful.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
In any case, after his initial comment, though, he doesn't really push the issue. He just kind of...
Erebos, come here. We need to grab some of these logs out of the fire and spread it out a little bit. It'll help burn the fog away.
I'm not reaching in the coals. Do we have a shovel? I don't think I packed a shovel.
Take my glaive. Try to...
That's clever, that's clever.
Yeah.
It's gonna leave scorch marks on the stone, though. Might confuse people.
Why would they be confused about the scorch marks on the stone?
They'll think they should build a fire there when they're supposed to build a fire there.
There's a whole pit over here. You know, that's their problem to figure out. There's a whole pit over here. There's wood that we've placed for them over here.
Well, they might think it's a toilet. Maybe that's where they're supposed to sit. You know I'm just fucking with you, right?
No.
Not yet.
Shut up, Lantern Boy!
No, I haven't quite figured you out yet.
That's okay, neither have I.
Good to be on the same page then. So I want to spread out some of the logs, kind of burn away some of the fog.
He'll grab
Because if it's not magical, then this will help.
He'll grab like a little metal pail and help.
Cool.
It does clear some of the fog away, yeah.
Alright, maybe I can see a little better now. Doubt it. But...
Pretty kitty. What?
So, I have a question for you.
For me?
Yes, for you.
Did you hear that other voice? Was that just me again? It was just me. Okay.
Why did you leave?
Leave? When? What? Huh?
We're from the same place.
Yes.
Why did you leave Theros?
Death.
You died?
No.
Good,
No,
because
I
that'd be
don't-
very confusing.
I don't want to die. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Don't like that idea. Don't.
So, was it... When you say death, you mean your namesake, Erebos?
No. My mom died. I caused some other death and it didn't end well.
Okay.
So.
Just curious. It's a beautiful place. It didn't...
Not that beautiful when all you ever see is the inside of the house where you were born and grow up.
Suppose so. I suppose so. So you... What was this, like a century ago?
No. This was about 750 years ago, dear.
7.5 centuries ago.
Yeah. I'm a bit old.
You don't look it.
I know, right? Isn't it cool?
How'd you pull that one off?
I was born. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do shit.
There's parts of me that just don't... That doesn't seem right. I haven't seen a tiefling live this long. And still not age? Nothing.
Nope. It's a secret.
It's a curse.
It's a secret curse.
Ooh, the best kind of curse. The secret curse. You go to open up your box of candy. Secret curse.
Make a perception check for me. Or investigation, your choice. Or insight, hell, your choice. Whatever stat you wish to use.
May I use athletics so I can JoJo flex the answers out of him?
Please. That's +5 over there. That's +5 on athletics. I'll do athletics.
JoJo flicks.
If you would like to attempt a heavy flirt with your body as the commodity here, you could use athletics.
All I just see is Arten.
And you'd get advantage, because you know.
Firstly, I rolled a 16 on my not athletics check on my perception.
All right. With a 16, you can tell that the way his body language shifts is such that he kind of tries to. It's very, very subtle, but he's basically trying to cover, pull his vest more across his chest, and you can see these scars that are on his chest. It almost looks like they're sigils or runes scarred into his chest, and he's almost trying to cover them without drawing attention to it. But he's really not a subtle creature, so
I'm gonna reach out to Erebos, put my giant, manly hands, lion manly hands on his shoulders. And you keep your secrets.
he tilts his head down and rubs his cheek along your fur. You're very soft.
If I can reach a log, I'm gonna toss it towards the fire.
Yeah.
And if there's anywhere to lean back, we're just gonna
Sit here and cuddle for a second.
Ooh, cuddles.
What you gonna cuddle for? Sir?
Cuddles.
Cuddle pile.
Cuddles sounds good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Zarina just walks over to the tent.
The dog's like, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
Junior high bullshit.
As you and Erebos lean back against the cliff, you feel a few pebbles kind of skitter down, hear them and feel them kind of skitter down from almost directly above you guys.
No, look up. You see
Fog.
Just fog.
And pebbles skittering down. One hits you kind of on the eyebrow.
Yeah, this isn't the best place to sit.
I think we could move, but I think all the tents are taken. So
Should have brought more tents.
should have brought bigger tents. But that's all Fancy could carry those.
We'll get up and walk away from the falling rocks area. I don't like that concept.
Erebos will get up and follow, and as you two are kind of moving away from the cliff, you hear, "Pretty kitty."
Erebos, was that you?
Was what me?
You tell me.
You heard it that time. I knew I wasn't crazy. You heard it that time, right?
Good. I'm gonna pick up one of the logs with my claws. Gonna grab one of the logs that's in the fire
Yeah.
and act like I'm turning it. And I'm just gonna fling it in the area that was above where we were sitting.
Okay. Make a athletics for throwing.
That is a 14.
You fling it. Erebos kind of sidesteps to get out of line of fire as the sparks kind of go trailing through the sky. It kind of clears the fog as it's going, it doesn't go very high up, maybe only about 25, 30 feet above ground, before it thunks against the cliff wall and falls clattering down. In the burst of sparks, as it impacted the cliff wall, you don't see anything.
I don't like the Cerebos.
I thought it was just me.
I can understand that. Just gotta mosey on over to where Tal'gor's feet are and kick him on the foot. It's time to wake up. Might need your axe. I don't trust it. Try to get the dog. Get your master. Wake her.
He follows orders. She follows orders.
Okay.
Just
Good. Good.
Erebos will go to the tent where Phil was sleeping, and there's only the lantern. It's like,
Wait, well, hold on. How long has there been watch been going on?
it's been about an hour into the third watch.
How long was the second watch?
It would have been about 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah, you've had your rest.
Well, no, I'm just saying is if Phil had gotten his 4 hours of trance,
You tell me.
I'm trying to figure out how long the time is.
It would have been about, I'll say it would have been about 4 hours.
Okay, so Phil would have been out of the by that point.
Okay.
Like, now if it had been less than that, I'd be like, Phil's in the lantern.
All right.
He's not going to jeopardize
Got it. His cover.
anyone figuring out exactly what's up with him yet, because trust issues.
Fair enough. So, Erebos will come over, and so you're awake in the tent. Then.
Well, look, in the tent, just looking over emeralds and stuff again, just morning.
Not quite. Maybe a monster that says Hello Kitty.
Pull the strap and tie it so that the lantern's on his waist. All right.
So it's still a couple hours before dawn, and everybody go ahead and make like a group perception while y'all are out here checking.
okay.
Oh, that's great. I'm on brand.
Okay, but that is fine. Tal'gor had got a math is hard. Tal'gor got a 16. Zhonya, she had got a 19, and Zorina got a 13.
Okay. Kind of huddling together and everybody kind of eyes on a swivel and checking things out. You hear every so often what sounds like something moving on the cliff. But every time you try to get a closer look, either by throwing some light up there or something, you don't see anything. And you don't hear the voice again. You all can either stay watching or go back to just Arten and Erebos on watch, but the next few hours will pass without an issue. So it's up to you whether you...
Fills up, and he can't jewel work while there's fog, so...
Okay. So what about Zhonya and Tal'gor? Are you guys going to stay awake since you're up for these last couple hours, or are you going to try to go catch another little nap?
Zhonya is definitely going to go try to catch another little nap. Tal'gor is going to stay up.
Okay. Alright, so that'll be short rests for Zhonya and Tal'gor both.
Okay. So then that's not going to be a long rest for her since
It's still only,
Okay.
you only got you had like 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours first watch sleeping, and then only like 3 hours on the flip side.
Okay, so then you are making it the full 8 rather than 6. Okay, then that's fine. I didn't.
Is it 6 or is it 8?
It is 6 to 8.
Okay, sorry. Yes, Zhonya will get a long rest. Tal'gor gets short.
Okay, but I didn't use anything, so then it's fine.
Okay. Long rest there, and Arten would have had.
Yeah, I'd have my long
You
rest.
got your
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But yeah, no. Eventual sunrise comes. It's a little sluggish coming into the mountains, but it does rise. The fog starts to clear away, all without y'all hearing anything more from the voice that said "Pretty Kitty."
First, I thought it was Erebus being creepy.
You're just the popular one, aren't you?
I mean, that I did say that the fog was magical. Somewhat.
You all can pack up camp, get on the road, and we'll do the same thing again. Just survival checks all around. Group a score of above 15 to successfully make your way down the line.
Oh my God, no!
Everybody.
Look at this! Look at this!
What did we get?
3 natural 20s.
Good God!
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
3.
Also,
Tal'gor?
inspiration, everybody.
Yes, yeah.
I need to take a picture of this
Do
because
it.
I
It's
never.
beautiful.
Do it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, y'all will be able to make it through your second full day in the mountains, without any issues. Thanks to the eagle eyes of one Tal'gor, one Zhonya, one Zarina, kind of making
Oh
sure
my
that
God.
everybody.
I was over here excited about my dirty 20. It was 3 natural 20s, and
I rolled a 4, so I'm
What?
psyched about
When
that.
did that? No.
This is beautiful. On that
Oh my
note,
God.
we're gonna take a break now because
Okay.
somebody needs pit stop. It's me.
I was just like
All right.
roam and.
We'll be back in about 5 or 10. Or I don't even know if that went 30, but.
The lights that shine in darkness aren't always visible under the sun. Beware the tales told by the fire's keepers. Those who control the light often hide their own shadows.
Hey, close the door, close the door, close the door.
I just want this in.
Now everybody out there listening knows there's odd things that go down in this city. Things that go bump in the night. People going missing without a trace and dark magics. But I gotta say, when things get hairy, I'm really glad we got them.
The lights that shine in darkness aren't always visible under the sun. Beware the tales told by the fire's keepers. Those who control the light often hide.
And we're back.
Oh, we are we?
No, we are.
Oh, I thought we were ready.
We're fine.
We're fine.
Okay. So we're
Static electricity.
we're just gonna pick back up. You guys have made it to the next wide spot in the road. Essentially, a very, very similar setup to what you'd found the night before. Similar scenario. You can find firewood. You can get things situated, declare watches, have dinner. If y'all would like to roleplay through some of that, we can. Otherwise, we can just kind of continue.
Going to at least attempt a little bit more work.
Okay. Go ahead. Same scenario. Your choice of either performance or sleight of hand.
I'm going to have to up one of these things eventually. That's an 11.
This time, there's a little more, you can feel a little more humidity in the air, and as you kind of look up, it seems like that fog's coming in a little earlier this time. The day has been clear as it was yesterday, but now you've got this nighttime mountain fog rolling through, and it's kind of making things difficult to grip with the humidity.
It's just...
Drip.
just the little bit of metal is just sliding.
Yep.
Tal'gor and I went and got wood again.
Of course.
We're big, strong people. We get wood.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not going to innuendo that. I'm going to behave.
No, I stopped and I was like, and
they went and got wood. Okay.
And that's it.
Not
that's
yet.
It. We just get wood. That's what we do.
You haven't got wood yet. You haven't got wood yet.
By choice. I feel like there was a moment, and I purposely let it go. I've been rolling dice over here and be like, is this the night? No. The dice said no.
One of these days, those dice will roll in Erebus' favor. I can feel it. In any case, so if there is nothing else, y'all can go ahead and figure out watch schedule or keep it the same.
We'll
whatever.
Take first watch again.
Yeah, we'll probably keep it the same.
Yeah, the same.
Okay. Alrighty. Erebus is still watching with you.
Damn. This has not been my night on dice.
This boy does not sleep.
That's a 5. I'm not.
Unless he's exhausted.
Just distracted, just looking at him. He's not even nodding.
What?
Nothing.
Are you talking to the lantern?
Sometimes, yes.
Does it talk back? Is it like the hat? Do we need to stab it? Do we need to burn it?
No.
We could burn it. We could put it in the fire, see if it melts.
You put it in the fire, I will stab you. This is
it's one of those. Is it an heirloom?
Yes, it's a very important heirloom.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Alright. Now, if it starts talking back, that's a problem, and I would know.
Alright. But it doesn't talk back to anyone?
No?
Guess I gotta make a deception check. I'm not terrible with that, but I know what my dice do. 9.
He's just kind of staring at you. Just be careful. You know? Because people that can talk through things are kind of scary sometimes.
Oh yeah, this one's carrying a rock. Point over at the tent. That one's carrying a rock. It talked.
There's a talking rock, too.
Hey.
So there's scary hats that talk, and lanterns that talk, and rocks that talk?
Now you're just lying.
I'm wondering if I'm dreaming all of this.
The lantern itself doesn't talk.
So someone does talk through the lantern then?
Me.
You?
Hey, me.
So you're a ventriloquist?
Yeah. I've been working on it for a while. Now make a performance check.
Still bad at it. I'm still real bad at it.
Why can't you be there when I need the roll higher? Why can't you?
Oh my goodness, he's gonna throw his voice across the thing.
It's a 19 plus 3, so 22.
Go ahead.
Just the whole. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Hello there, boss. This is me throwing my voice from the lantern so that I can show you that I do perform and I can make it talk.
That's pretty cool.
Hand on the top of it. I am so fucking sorry. I am trying to get him to leave us alone.
You just hear her cackling.
I want him to leave us the fuck alone. He keeps staring. It's creepy. He doesn't sleep. I don't think he blinks. I know he doesn't shit. We've been walking for a minute and he ain't dropped anything.
To be fair, none of y'all have either.
I've been prestidigitating at someone else.
Wait,
The dog blinked shits me, none of that already. It appears 5 feet away after it
you
does it.
can. So your head cannon is poop. Prestidigitation the shit away.
Yeah, he straight
Technically-
he poops his pants and then goes, and no, I haven't, and now I have not done that.
Because technically,
I'm
yeah,
just
that,
walking and pooping at the same time. He's going, and that didn't happen. It's gone. Prestidigitation.
see, technically,
It's a beautiful spell.
technically, yes, that's how it can work. But no, that's not what Phil does. I just think it'd be funny. Like, oh god, the worst use of mage hand ever. Prestidigitation, mage hand. Boop, carry it away, mage hand. Prestidigitation, I'm clean. Someone else. Why is there shit on the table?
Did you just see the shit floating around? Yeah.
You gotta watch how much fiber you have. You might exceed the weight limit of that.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like Tal'gor and I go and get wood for a very long time. There's probably some taking a dump in the woods. We're a part animal. We just dig in a hole, take a dump in the woods.
You just drop, kick some dirt over it. Tal'gor does an iguana shit from a fucking branch.
Hey, Phil, go ahead and make an insight check, though, for me.
Yeah, obviously.
Insight check.
Yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
As this is occurring to you, that you haven't seen Erebos take a dump, to be fair, you also haven't really seen him eat that much.
Alright.
Anyway, your watch goes by, and you do hear, as the fog kind of creeps lower and kind of thickens along, kind of overhead. It's still not far enough down the mountains that it's covering your space. It's about maybe 15 feet in like a bank overhead. But as the fog is creeping closer over the course of your watch, you hear something every so often from up the cliffside, from down, from ahead on the path where you haven't been yet, from the path where you came into this space.
So everywhere the fog kind of...
You're hearing scree falling loose every so often.
Oh, hearing debris fall loose.
Mm-hmm.
Erebos, what type of stone makes up these mountains?
Granite, I think.
As long as it's not slate, is it?
Some of it maybe. I'm not a rocks
Alright.
person. You're the one with the... He's the one with the talking rocks. I could ask Arten.
No, don't. He's not going to know about this.
Thank you for knowing me enough to know about this.
I know about precious stones. I don't necessarily know like this. I worked with a bunch of dwarves to learn some stonecraft.
I know the monks up the way, they say it's mostly granite, but there's some shale and what would they call it? Mica schist? Micaceous? Something.
All right. If
The
there's
little
if there's-
there's lizards and things, and there's little things.
so if you're telling me that there's shale up here, it has a tendency to break and chip off. So
Well, they built the road where it's not gonna break.
hey, but that doesn't mean anything that's moving around on it might not be big enough to chip away too.
That's what I'm saying. Is it might be a lizard.
No, I don't think so. But
Well, at least if it's moving the rocks, it's not a shadow thing then.
oh, that could move. Anyway, you are there. I'm gonna go wake up the next one. Which ones would you prefer? You want your company back?
No, I think he said he wanted the Dawnwatch again. Isn't that his last name, Dawnwatcher? I think it's a thing.
It's a thing.
All right, I was just gonna let you have midnight together, but never mind.
I don't think he wants that. I'll keep offering until he tells me no, but
Good on you. And then just
I'm gonna pet him one of these days.
hold on. What? Say that again.
I'm gonna pet him one of these days.
Okay, I heard something completely different.
I'm gonna pet him.
Okay, pet.
Bed.
I heard peg.
Oh, Peg.
I heard peg. I'm sorry. I'm really.
Wow.
Whoa. Going to my tent right the fuck now.
That's Repara.
Didn't pick you as a Jimmy. I know Megan was on the table. What am I gonna do again?
Beautiful.
Oh my god. Anyway,
What's
just
my
gonna go.
name?
Is Tal'gor's tail sticking out of a tent?
This is about to get bad.
No, it's not.
Aw, he curled up.
Alright, well. Which one of these tents is going to be the lizard? Which one of these tents is going to be the wizard? Oh. This sounds like a 1990 election in the state of Louisiana.
Lizard and the Wizard.
Beautiful.
For the gentle watchers at home, I'm not joking. Go look up this state's history. We didn't have much of a choice back then.
And by wizard, he means like.
Yeah,
Grand wizard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Let's stop. We don't want that algorithm. Anyway,
Do we? Come on, guys. You're gonna watch some weird stuff.
Tal'gor's even, Zonya's odd.
I got a 5.
Alright.
Just Zhonya. Alright, pick the right tent. Pretty sure the lizard would kick me in the face. It's your watch.
Oh, okay.
By the way, there's something in the fog. I couldn't see what, but it's out there. It's skittering.
Well, then that. Okay, I guess it's just gonna be an endless possibility, I guess, of it.
Oh. The old man thinks that it's, there's lizards. I don't think it's lizards. But I'm also kind of paranoid about the other shite that's been going on. So,
You seem afraid. Is everything okay with you?
it's about as good as it could be.
That was a 12 on the insight. Probably didn't get much.
Seems honest. I'm not rolling deception or persuasion here. Just Phil's been better. Phil's been worse. Just so far we've had what 5 days since we left the first town.
Yeah. It's been about 3 to 4.
5. You're on night
6. And
Yeah.
more than half of those, we've dealt with something weird. Phil is a jeweler
Right.
that
Yeah.
knows some magic. He's like that.
Jeweler. That
Right.
knows some magic.
You know, that it is just crazy that, that I thought then that you would have a lot more of enchantment spells on you, but I guess then that whenever that you were training with dwarves, that they taught you how to fight.
They tried. It's why I carry the hammer, but more or less, no.
Alright, then, go to bed. Alright, Tal'gor. Well, I'm going to just send message to Tal'gor. Wakey, wakey.
It's like a frickin' jump scare from an old haunted house.
Alright, and so we are basically doing watches, and then As that we are basically doing that, Zhonya is just basically just going to like set up just like some pebbles or something, do a little bit of arcane sigils on it, and then that it's just going to be like a arcane clock, a rounded stone. Then I'm using detect magic.
Okay.
Just to have that going while we are also watching. So blue is Tal'gor, this one is Zhonya. Well, rolling that again, that went into the pile. Not good at all for both.
And is
That is a-
Did you cast light?
Oh wait, Tal'gor is at disadvantage. I don't have light. But that would have been helpful because Tal'gor got a 6 and Zhonya got a 8.
Let's see shit.
That fog's thick.
Erebos rolled a 19.
Thick.
Okay.
So at least somebody's
Right.
looking out.
I'll let you
As-
focus on the detect magic.
That only has a 30-foot radius.
Right.
So can you tell me where you're kind of positioned in this space? Are you up against the cliff? Are you kind of in the middle of this shelf space? What?
I would say more so up in the middle of the shelf space of the rest area.
For the duration that you cast detect magic, you don't feel anything except your stuff and some of Erebos stuff. There's nothing that you're not already familiar with.
Alright. Maybe that I'm just going crazy, but I swear I saw some kind of form of magic in that fog last night.
Everybody's over here like, me too.
After you have been on watch with him a little while, he's gonna kind of look over at you and be like, did you really want to learn some more of the Hemocraft magic?
No, I just wanted to just learn a little bit about it. I mean, than that. It's just more so that the whole me resurrecting Tal'gor in exchange for I used to be a lot stronger, actually. But
It's a similar concept, just a smaller scale. There's a few different ways we go about it. But essentially we pay in our own blood to do things on whatever we're hunting. Whether that's causing more damage of a specific kind or whether that's imposing our will upon them, so to speak. And there's different ways we gain that power. Some of us it's transforming ourselves, some of us it's just accepting a power that otherwise would be used for bad.
I mean that I went wandering, skipping lessons, and basically some crazy old man taught me time magic, took me underneath his study in the woods.
The scholars that were looking into trying to develop Hemocraft magic back in Burrows. They came through the town and I heard about them and I went off with them. Helped, we did a lot of experiments to make it happen. No, it's fine.
Well, at least that that some of your trainers are still alive, that he basically died and transferred his powers to me, and then that...
Oh, no, I've outlived them all.
Oh.
They were human. Silly humans.
That you always say that that you have lived longer than all of us. That I don't want to pry, but what does that entail exactly?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna insight that.
Go ahead.
Nope. That's a 10. She's at this rate that she's just like, I guess then that whatever the magic, I guess then that they are just basically just using the blood magic to just keep your life force going.
No, it ain't that. That ain't how that works. If anything, I'd die.
I mean, but still can't see anything through this plastic fog. Detect magic didn't detect anything. I must be tired still.
Or could just be out there somewhere.
I mean,
can't reach it. Spooky.
Like, to be honest, in that, my memory is a bit foggy. No pun intended.
I think it's pun intended.
No, it was no pun.
Are you sure? Tal'gor. She was making a pun, wasn't she? See, we get it.
But it's just, that just like with Zorina, I feel like I still know some other things, but, only time will tell. But so it goes.
More puns. You're very punny.
I mean, I am not punny. That I was not meant to be a bard.
Audible groan from the rest of the party.
Well, then I guess I can go in and, do you want to do the honors of waking up Arten? I think that y'all got some kind of chemistry going on.
I think I'd scare him.
Everyone in this group wants me to have
We ship it.
Everyone in this
Everyone ships it.
Oh, yes, and then I do apologize for just the prank earlier today. I'm not much of a prankster.
Prank? What prank?
Zorina, can you go in and wake up Arten?
Good shit. Just like, nope. That never happened.
Zorina is just going to blink on top of you.
This is worse than...
Hold on.
The poop is 5 feet away in the tent, just falling down.
What is up with that tonight?
I'm sorry that we mentioned it last time we did it. Now I cannot get blink shits out of my head, which means blink dogs are the best pet ever. Because they don't even have to go outside. They can just be standing next to a wall. And it just drops outside.
So, yeah, just gonna roll a strength check and fling a dog.
I am making a contested acrobatics check.
Yeah, you go you go ahead and blink away. That's fine. My reaction of dog on top of me, or anything on top of me when I was sleeping fine, it wasn't supposed to be there.
Damn it, Erebos' dreams are crushed.
Got 11 to just fling a dog.
No, natural 19. Then as that you just try to just.
And
then that
she
she just blinks up and then back down on you.
Claws. It blinks back down on claws. Are you gonna blink away again? Because you're blinking back down on claws. I don't have to move. You're gonna get clawed.
It is time for watch, and Erebos wants you to join.
Take this.
Apparently it's the size of a puppy now.
Apparently she shrunk.
Because I thought this was a solid dog.
Also, claws do a d4 damage.
Okay.
Or Zorina.
Men. So that's
1 plus strength. 4.
That she
thank
is just
God
a
this
tough
isn't
old
just a
girl.
normal familiar. Because that would have messed up a couple of regular old everyday.
I don't like normal familiar
familiars.
stats. I fixed them.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's all part of the.
Just saying, it's like one of those. Thank God this isn't just a cat. Or a
But
mouse.
it is.
Alright, then.
It
Nappy
is
nap.
just a cat.
Nappy nap.
Good night, you two.
Why did it have to be a dog?
She resents that.
Okay. She can. She can do. She can resent that all she wants.
She resembles that. Because she is dog.
Erebos.
Mm-hmm.
How's watch going? Anything?
It's foggy.
You're looking at the sky again.
It's foggy.
There's something up with the rocks. Are they back?
They're still going. I think it's lizards.
You're supposed to roll a thing.
But not all lizard. Small lizards.
You think it's lizards?
Might be lizards.
Yep. I don't know nothing. This dice is not happy today. That's like a...
Did you have a good sleep?
Rolled a 7 on perception, so...
You just noticed the kinky boots.
Did you have a good sleep, though?
Good sleep, horrible wake. Just gonna dog on me.
We got a lint roll, you know.
How's that gonna work on me? How's a lint roller gonna work on me?
I could brush.
Accept it.
Not now.
I have shifted. As we watch the adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, too far.
Right, there's a delay.
It's fine.
Alright. So slowly comes back. Okay.
Oh,
We're easily distracted.
I bumped the 2x4s being used to hold the camera.
And
with
we are
my-
all extremely easily distracted.
To be fair, we just have like a slow pan going on. Just C-SPAN watching across Congress to see who fell asleep.
The answer is yes.
You got any booze?
Unfortunately, no.
He gets up, walks over to Fancy, digs around a little bit, comes back with a teeny little flask. Very small flask. Want some? Some of Lori's good mead.
Sure. Why not?
Grabs a couple of little cups and pours, not much, like just need a bit.
Got a shot of mead.
Shot of mead. It's good.
It's good. Thank you.
Needs a little something. And digs around in his quiver, like nearly goes like full head in there looking for whatever he's looking for. Comes out with a little
Wait. No.
comes out with a little ceramic vial, uncorks it, dumps it in there, corks it back, and throws the vial back in there. Medicine.
I know a dwarf used to call this medicine. It's just me.
It's medicine. For the soul. If I have a soul. Do I? Do you have a soul? Is a soul a thing? I feel like this is a philosophical question that needs to be answered. Is a soul a thing?
You know, I'm not very religious.
Me either. That's not the point. If a soul is a thing, does that mean it can be owned?
If it doesn't exist, then why would there be gods of an underworld?
No. Is it a thing? An object? Does it have a physical existence? A material composition?
No.
No?
I wouldn't think so.
It's made out of marshmallows.
It's more of a
Then it would be a thing.
It's
more
just a
material.
peep. It's just a giant peep floating behind you.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I love peeps.
You are the only person I've heard
Shut up.
say that.
Silence.
Can you roast a peep over a fire?
Yes,
I think you can.
I've never done it.
You can,
crossed
but
my
you got to
mind.
be careful with it, or else you're going to set sugar on fire, and it goes south quick.
You end up with a charcoal kaiju peep.
Or
Beautiful.
napalm.
Or that. And it's beautiful either way.
Yeah, you just throw that in the fire. I'm like, oh, dead gone. I mean, you're not losing anything. Or would you lose a peep? You lost a peep. So you're just like you're.
And it would be a tragedy.
Sure.
So if a soul is not a thing,
I don't think it's physical. It's something you can hold.
if it's not something that can be held, then how do the gods of the underworlds keep them?
Really big bag.
Probably out of fear.
That would imply that that souls have minds. But I thought the soul was what made it possible to have a mind. So that means I do have a soul?
Again, I'm not exactly the. You know what? I could roll on this. What would I roll on this? Religion?
Religion
I have
or...
a 1 in
Yeah,
religion.
Let's
I
go.
swear to God, if you roll good on this, on all of it,
It's what you're meant to do, Arten.
I got a 16
It's what you're meant to do, Arten.
on this roll for.
Philosophical discussion.
I mean, if we're not gonna fuck, what else are we gonna do?
That's a quote.
Reach over and do that thing.
Yeah, y'all see why Erebos is my favorite.
Didn't know pegging was an option. Didn't know that was on the table. Well, my name gotta be to get pegged. See. Depending on the religion you subscribe to,
Alright.
soul can obviously be obtained by various gods or deities or demigods, but and yes, Erebos or whatever the god of the underworld here is, they could obtain a soul and keep it. But a soul being a thing you can hold, no, I don't think it can, because a ghost or a spirit goes through. So I can't define it as a thing.
So, if it's not a thing, but it can be owned and it can be controlled, souls are money.
You know,
Souls are a form of currency?
To the gods, yes. You think Heliod and Erebos dealt in regular coin?
Heliod might. He does like his gold.
Oh, nobody also liked his souls. He liked his worshippers. And if they died, he'd want them beside him.
Okay, so what happens if different countries, right, have different currency, right? And sometimes you can't get exchange rate on one type of country's currency into another country if they don't have trade agreement, right? Right? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if a god is in really poor standing because other gods in a country have more worshippers? What if he doesn't have any worshippers? What happens then?
Well,
Or is it food? It'd be food if they were fueling him, not currency.
maybe the gods cease to exist. If nothing worships him, and he has no currency, no food,
Or would he
if
just
no one
become
believes in
obsolete?
him, then does he really exist?
Can a god cease to exist once a god's been made? Who makes gods?
I've met one.
A god?
I've met a man
A man who made a god?
who became a god.
What? Really?
I
That has to be a story.
met him as a man.
Alright.
He was just a satyr. He just a crazed satyr who wanted more power, and somehow he got it.
Huh. And here I am, just named for a god, because Mom thought it made sense.
How would that make sense? I mean,
Did we not talk about this last night? I thought we talked about this last night. My dad was a vampire.
no, that never came up.
Yes, it did. We talked about this. Didn't we?
No, I wouldn't remember anything about a vampire. That would have stuck in my memory.
Oops.
You said you had secrets. I said you could keep them.
I forgot. I forgot. I'm a dumbass sometimes.
Oh.
It's hard. Forgetting who knows what. Forgetting what I know. It's hard. It's hard. I don't think I was supposed to live this long, but here I am.
You definitely were not.
Oh, that's hard. If I didn't live this long, I wouldn't meet you. And your friends.
It's nice of you to include them.
I'm trying not to be too obvious, but I'm not very subtle.
It's okay. It's appreciated.
Anyway, yeah. No, I'm not going to say that because that would be offensive to you. There's no cats in bags here. So now that the secret's out. Yeah.
No cats.
You're not gonna tell them, are you? People don't like that. Is Tal'gor okay? He was thrashing around in his sleep. Must be having a nightmare.
He does that sometimes. No, I won't tell them. They've got enough to worry about.
Oh, good.
But is that why you don't sleep?
I don't have to sleep. I could. I don't have to. I mean, if I get really worn out, I'll sleep. But
I mean... Did your dad have a coffin?
I don't know. He got killed before I was born, so...
Ah, lame.
I don't know if I would have wanted to meet him.
I don't think I've ever met a vampire.
I mean, Mom thought he was a good guy. They were talking about getting her out of the house. So... She never did leave the house. A client killed her before I made it back from training, so...
I now know too much.
Well, it seemed like you wanted answers. I mean, if we talked about this last night, but we didn't talk about it last night.
Just wanted to talk. Yeah. So, how long have you been in this area?
A couple 100 years.
You ever seen something like this fog before?
The fog?
Yeah. Fog that talks to you and makes weird noises?
I mean, maybe, but I don't remember.
It's okay.
Last time I was up this way was a few decades ago. So, maybe it's something new. It was also a different time of year. I came up here in the winter, and it's not nearly so crazy with the weather in the winter. So, it's just snowy.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to break you.
Break me.
Arten got really quiet, and Erebos was freaking out.
No, just...
Everybody turn on.
You disappeared for like ever.
I'm sorry.
I had to give away secrets.
What secrets?
No.
No.
Okay.
Spence already knows from Shop Game, and you weren't here, so secrets.
Okay.
Tummy did a thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Why didn't you just press the digitation?
And
There's
there
no
it
way that would
is.
have worked.
Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
You gonna be good?
Are you?
Are you gonna be good?
Is it?
17.
So, the fog's actually clearing out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of a breeze blowing through this area a bit. And with the fog clearing out, this anxious feeling you've been having starts to kind of ease off a little bit. Now you can see a little further, and there really isn't anything around that... There's no monsters or anything. It's just kind of... It's wee early hours of the morning in the mountains.
Maybe I just don't like whispered voices coming into my ear that aren't from the already guy that I don't know about.
But you do notice just kind of... Erebos has pulled out his lyre again, and...
Is that what he calls it?
Mm-hmm. I thought you didn't want to go that route.
Pull out your lyre again.
He pulled his instrument of music out. Not his dick. And
That would be called the piccolo.
the diccolo.
Whatever, it's a wind instrument. You gotta blow it.
This just gets better and better. I love playing cute gay guys. Okay, so, but you do notice he's the scars on his chest that the vest barely hides. There's a little bit of, you would say it's moonshine, except there's no moon, kind of glinting, like almost like a glow on his scars. But he's plucking one note every so often, doesn't really seem to be a tune, just kind of something to fill the silence.
Erebos, you're glowing.
I'm not pregnant.
No. You're glowing.
Pinches the vest close. No, I'm not.
Come now. If you're going to be open with me, be open with me.
I came back after training. Mom had been killed. And I went hunting. And I got in over my head. And they nearly killed me, and I didn't want to die. So, I drank some of the guys I nearly killed. And used that to fuel my power. And the council didn't take too kindly to that. They called it abomination. And so they wanted to make an example. I could either be killed, or if I wanted to live, take a moratorium. So, I only take a sip whenever it's safe, whenever I'm not going to be needing my power, because if I use any specials while I've got somebody else's blood in my system, it sends an immediate alert and I've got a death sentence on my head. So, the glow will fade in a couple hours before they're awake. So, I figured it was safe. Like I said, medicine.
You're always safe with me. And I kind of tighten up the vest a little bit for him.
You're sweet. I like the claws. You should let me paint them. They look really good with
They're
black.
already back in my hand. And the moment's over. We're not.
You had to ruin it with makeup.
They look really good in black. Hey, think about it. You got all this pretty fur, and you just go, and black claws. It'd be super pretty. Striking. With the blood on them.
See what you did
Sure.
there.
I have a pile of wrappers over here. I'm addicted to these things. Okay, moving on.
Pile of wrappers.
They are my crack.
I'm just hearing Dusty Diabetes start.
They're beautiful and I love them.
As long as she's still eating them and not, like, snorting them.
Knew a kid that did that.
Oh god.
That and pixie sticks.
There's always a kid that did that. With pixie sticks.
I mean, if the closest thing as a kid that I did on the playground was just like pick up the honeysuckles that grew off trees.
You had to go to school for that? I just walk out my back door.
Anyway,
That shit do be crack though.
It seemed to be cracked.
honeysuckle is good.
It do be cracked.
We are from the South, y'all. Okay?
Clip that, please. We are from the South, y'all.
Great, that really came out.
I do declare, Spence, that you have made everyone quite aware of your geographical region of origin. I say.
Is it morning yet?
Yes.
This Erebos giving me the feckless.
Yes. Dawn is breaking. Everything's cool.
You need a
Dawnwatcher.
mint julep.
Sounds delightful.
You need some medicine.
That morning sunshine. I mean, oh, wrong voice.
Morning, sunshine. Too loud. Bring it down.
Too
Bring
much.
it
Get back.
Yes, it's morning. Erebos will go wake up Zhonya and Tal'gor. You can have Lantern Boy.
Open up the
Oh.
thing. Or actually, no. I would not just open up his tent. I would go and knock on the tent because I'm respectful of people's privacy.
respectable.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, it's a canvas tent, so
So it's
Go. Hey, wizard chick,
yes.
you good?
Yeah, I'm good. And then that she's still up in sleepy clothes, and then just basically she just starts moving fast and all ready to go.
Gets half a glance of a half-naked lady.
Half-naked lady moving way too fast.
Way too fast. Just walks away like, am I pregnant? How happened
I mean, that it just takes a while getting used to.
just like, did I or did I not see something that I wasn't supposed to?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I don't
Not
care.
fine. Not
You don't get used to it. It happens a lot, and you don't get used to it.
Like,
Hey, Fancy.
man,
I was waiting to see if y'all even would.
Again, now just imagine Fancy being the goat that screams, sounding way too much like a human.
Yeah.
Just does that for everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I was all about the goat until that happened right there.
I mean, that. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we're packing
You're
up
ready
camp
to
and-
go.
What? I can do the same thing for y'all.
Don't.
Why?
Breakfast and packing up camp and all that
Phil
jazz.
just comes up and all I gotta do, put the jacket on, dressed.
I'm
Vest.
packing. I'm
That
packing.
you are just like one of my old students I
Packing
used
up
to
a tent.
have.
Yeah.
Have that
Putting
he
it
was
on
a
fancy.
dark-skinned human that who had just always did this to just idiotic
Putting on
students in the back. He just went like,
What? What did I miss?
it is a TikTok meme of the Bamar Ari dude that does that all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
the guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Probably making the worst version of his face. It was just kind of a.
It takes nothing. Oh, thinking, to be fair, this one has chainmail and has layers. So,
Of course, I'm already up and dressed because I had the
Yeah.
morning watch.
Anyway,
Dawnwatcher.
packing, breakfast, all that jazz.
Tal'gor takes the longest out of all of us because he's got to do his hair.
What hair? I went literal again. Oh my god.
Tal'gor's just sitting there,
Gotta brush off the loose dead scales.
just peels. But, like, it starts off as a little bit and then that just goes down the neck and the upper back.
Tal'gor, are you shedding your skin today? Gross.
We definitely got to get
You
your
can
voice
still make
box
out a
fixed.
deltoid in it.
We still got it. We still have to get your voice box fixed sooner or later.
I feel like that's probably a spell component somewhere.
I'm not fucking picking it up.
Scale of Tal'gor.
Scale of
Lizard folk dandruff.
enormous
I am adding it to my inventory.
Oh god.
Tal'gor dandruff.
They've been together so long, it probably has like a whole stash of just like Tal'gor.
You can make another Tal'gor with the Tal'gor skin bits.
Oh, that is just a start. No. I was morbidly interested at first, but now that we're more than halfway through, I don't need this. Nobody needs
A
this.
small Tal'gor to hang out with Tal'gor.
We just start
I'm
stuffing
gonna
it
find a
full,
use
stuffing
for it
full of
somewhere.
straw.
Have y'all seen that bear that's made out of chicken?
But,
No.
so how much
Later.
further do we have to the monastery airboats?
We'll be there about mid-afternoon. If the road ain't washed out. It's been a while. Could be washed out. Hope not. It could be.
Yes, and then you're gonna have to teach me that the thing of the bread in between the cheese. What is that called?
You're grilling cheese.
Grilling cheese.
But you can't put the You can't put the cheese right on the slab because then it'll just stick. So you put the bread so it doesn't stick.
Oh, that's how we make that.
Yeah.
That can you customize it? Like put like bacon, owlbear, skeever, rat on it. Make it meaty.
I never thought about doing that, but that
Why are
sounds
you eating
delicious. Rat is good.
I
If you
mean
got house.
that's what the crazy old man who had told me time magic was eating off of. Rats, squirrels,
I mean,
tiny rabbits.
Did you grow up in a sewer. What's happening here?
No, that,
Hold on.
Just
Did you
time.
follow a strange man into the woods and say, "Do you want to know some magic?"
Did you follow
Yes.
the crazy drug dealer into the woods?
no, that I was raised up in a little bit of a
The
my
magic is speed.
household.
It's speed. The magic is speed. Oh.
It is not.
We figured it out.
It is
feel-
not. That
Meth
she
wizards.
just has a
You
smile.
gotta
on her
watch out
face.
for meth wizards.
Sometimes I feel
She
good
just has
about
a
how
smile
all
on
I
her
do is
face
stab things.
and like
I had a good
and
love,
like
a
just-
good life, a good upbringing, and I stab things.
All it
That's
is-
what I do.
all it
I
is
don't
just
have
a bit
weird
of chromonage. That can't even say the word.
chronomancy.
Chronomancy magic. Thank you.
I was gonna say, if you just say chromomancy, I'm gonna be confused on why the hell there's a school of colors.
Yes.
Prismatic spray.
Until you get to, what is it, 9th level prismatic sphere? That's all there is.
But
All there is.
anyways, just
You do 20.
as that we
20th
are
level-
just
20th level
traveling.
prismatic dragon. You just make up your own spell, and all of a sudden it's. Oh wait, no, that guy exists.
As that we are just traveling, that
Yeah.
she just goes through just the whole spiel about, then that I basically wandered off and, old man, I forget his name, but he had taught me everything that I
You're starting
used
to
to
sound
know.
like me. Don't do that. That's my thing.
No.
Every time a child wanders off and meets an old
I
man,
was 20 years old.
if a 20-year-old wanders off and meets an old man, how much did the old man make a year?
The old man lived in a tree, and in that he had basically used time magic on squirrels. How would I know?
So he made 1 billion squirrel pellets. That's how much he
Per
made.
year. Per year.
That's a lot of squirrel pellets.
That's a lot of acorns right
I mean,
there.
I don't know his name.
Okay, that was a thing. We now know. All right, since we're sharing,
All right, let's
Come
go,
on,
Squirrel. No.
That's it. I
Zeus.
grew up
No.
on
Zeus, a boat. We get it.
Yes. Apparently, there's questions I got for my family on some of this because this is weird. But no, I had a pretty dope childhood growing up too. So when all like Tal'gor, do you have a tragic? Oh wait, yeah, he died. So he has a tragic. Fuck. We have a. I feel like we have a problem because we have normal lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're normal?
Where I'm from,
You're
also. You know
I
what?
don't even know my
what?
dad.
Normal, stable households raise individuals that appreciate the value of a good crossbow.
There they go
No,
again,
no.
talking about this
True.
stupid
No,
crossbow.
No.
It's true.
Oh yes,
No,
can,
here's the
can
thing.
you at
Like,
least teach me how to use a short bow so I can show these guys up?
Yeah, but I don't have a spell. You got
I mean,
one.
I don't even carry a crossbow, but I'm just in on this.
I do.
We'll get you one.
I do.
Because then
They're awesome.
I heard that crossbows that you gotta put too much oil on them to make them work, and
They're
then
stinky, yeah. They're gross.
exactly.
They're grungy.
I think someone just lost half their interest from the last couple evenings. You made fun of his crossbow. Oh my god. I didn't mean it that way.
Well,
I think you did.
I mean that to be fair, that that the next time that spooky ghost shadow chick is about to eat your face, then maybe I don't decide to rewind fate.
Considering the last time Spooky Ghost tried to eat anybody's face, I yeeted it away from you. And then he was handling it pretty handy, so I didn't feel like I needed to do the same for him. Then we also had the guards. The guards I feel bad about.
I do remember shooting. What was it? Well, I shot one of them
But
with my
I
crossbow.
didn't have any.
You shoot one
I
with a
shot
crossbow.
it. The
Just
spooky
didn't-
ghost dragon thing flew up in the air. I shot it with a crossbow.
Yeah, but how much effect did it actually have? I mean, about the same as, I would say, a short bow.
How
At
is
best,
that the view?
for the
How's
short
the
bow.
view?
So the road,
How's the view? Are there trees?
Oh, we're trolling too hard on the crossbow.
the road has been kind of meandering mostly eastward this entire time. You've taken a very sharp hairpin turn.
So do
to
you speak squirrel?
She just cusses you out in Elvish. She just cusses you out in Elvish.
All Alright, that one is an insult to your cousin. That one's an insult to your mother.
Like, you insulted my
That
cousin
one's
and
an
my mom. They
insult
whoop
to-
your ass.
That was an insult of your tail. That was an insult of your pinky toe. That one is very specific, and you done messed up.
Phil, stop lying in Elvish.
Now she says I'm lying.
The road has now turned mostly to the south, so you've kind of got you've been walking kind of into the sun, and now it's kind of up catty corner on your left, and so you've got this really great view as you kind of come around this last turn, and you can see that the shoulder of the mountain you've been kind of walking along, the road kind of just melds into the top of that ridge, and it just continues down into this enormous north-south valley. There's pockets of like meadow. There's not a lot of trees, but you can basically see that the road continues almost straight. Distance is probably a little deceptive with the size of the mountains and everything kind of narrowing your point of view. But a ways away down this valley, there is another pretty conical mountain. And it seems like the road just goes straight to the base of it and climbs straight up.
I'm gonna stop right there.
That's going to be a lot of climbing.
Of the valley, with the view and everything, and just really take it in.
This I remember.
Yeah.
It's a volcano.
Nice view, isn't it?
It's a dead one. They built
Remind
it.
you what you're fighting for.
I mean, this is a beautiful view. Peaceful.
And there goes the moment.
Tal'gor, eventually then we're going to get your voice back, and then we get to hear just that smooth voice of yours again.
We're going to mess with Nate so much to where Nate's going to be like, well, hello there, guys!
Oh, God.
Please, Nate, have a weird voice picked out by the time you can talk.
I'm
Just
something
do
that
it.
might be a stitch voice.
It might be a sketch voice, or else it might just go very deep country.
What if he's James Earl Jonesing? I can't do it. I don't have the
This
register.
is C in
There it is. Oh, that'd be beautiful.
I need to ask you a question.
See,
So we can just keep going. So we can keep going.
yeah.
So, everybody go ahead and give me
Yeah.
just really quick survival check. DC's not going to be terrible high on this one.
Be cool.
Okay, well, everyone but Zhonya.
Did you get up?
No, she had got an 8.
No.
She had got an 8.
You can't crit fell on a
That
skill check.
the dog got
But I
what is a 19. Tal'gor got a 17. Oh my god.
You can't crit fail on a skill check, but it did.
I got a 10.
Oh my god. The
Oh,
wizard.
we're stumbling over
Got
rocks.
the wizard.
Okay, please tell me that the large Catman falls, takes Phil with him, who's right in front of him.
And then I land on my feet. Like a cat.
Oh god.
I meant it to be a tiebreaker and it didn't work. Somebody roll a D100, please.
I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna put that evil. That evil ain't gonna be on.
Oh god.
56.
It did not roll under, it's fine.
No, it's. I don't have the grabby claw to get it.
I got it.
Bye, Spence.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
And you're just flipping that. Because you can.
Okay. A little bit of a thunderstorm is going to crop up when y'all are about halfway across the valley. It's not so much that it'll keep you guys from continuing, but it's enough that it slows your progress a little bit. So it's pushing on sunset by the time y'all are finally getting closer to the top of the road as it's going up the side of this volcano. And the The shadows are getting thicker as the sun kind of sets behind the wall of mountains on your right. And the ground here on this volcano is all covered over with a very small, like, covering of, it's not quite a grass, it's almost like a ground cover chamomile type of thing going on. Just kind of coating every rock and slab of stone on this this mountainside. And so you're kind of walking through this, for lack of a better term, sloping field of green as you're climbing up. The door in the side of the mountain is pardon me, it's your stereotypical door in a mountain. Big arch, double doors. It's very, very obvious. But over the central peak of the door itself is a sigil that actually, everybody just roll me a history check then. Let's just see.
No.
Jack, hey.
Isn't that great? Zhonya got a 15. Tal'gor got a, what is his history? Did I write down? Oh, he got a 7.
Okay, Zhonya, you'll recognize it from the temple at Stonescar, when you were kind of checking out all of the altars. Mm-hmm. On the altar that was essentially just a lectern with an open book and a quill and ink, on the top of every page in the book, kind of at the center, like in a header position, was this sigil. It looks like a circlet, like a crown or a diadem, and where the like central point would be is a long feather, like quill, like a pinion, marking the center of this coronet, for lack of a better term. And that's what kind of marks the top. You can see a couple of, like, there's a stool, like a 3-legged stool set to either side of the doors, what would presumably be for the guards, but there's actually no guards present right now. And the doors are closed.
Is this normal?
I don't think this is normal. I mean, that, you know, that this is from that the, I believe that the studious one, was it Kairos, I think?
Yeah, that sounds right, but I think that's supposed to be gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be gods here.
Of course, they could have changed the procedure since I was here last. It's been a while.
We didn't come here to not go in.
Well, there's
Pushes
also,
on door.
it's locked.
It's locked?
Pulls on door.
It's locked.
Just in case.
It
It's not
does kind of.
bad. I've done that several times before going into different establishments.
It does kind of thump a little bit. Like, you can feel like as you go to push, it didn't really give, but as you go to pull, it kind of like thumps against the bar on the inside. And after a couple of moments of you guys debating what to do, you hear some kind of noises, and you see, kind of above your head height, but not terribly above your head height, a small sliding port opens, and you can hear a rather upset voice say, "Who goes there?"
Arten, Dawnwatcher.
Don't know the name.
You just met me.
Stage purpose.
We're here to investigate on behalf of the town down below about some odd occurrences, and we were hoping to get some assistance from you for maybe a few moments of your time to figure out maybe what's going on there.
Names all round.
Fil'verl Ettin.
That this is Zhonya Embersong, and then that the grunting you will be hearing is just that my compatriot Tal'gor.
He doesn't talk much.
He had not a he lost his vocal cords.
Erebos. I was here a while ago. Couple decades. The slat closes, and you don't hear anything else for long enough that sun goes down.
All right.
What are you doing, sir?
Looking to make
forgot to turn my music back on. That's a habit I need to get into. Oh.
I'm going over to Fancy. Start unpacking a tent.
I want to see what Phil's
I also want to see what they're trying to
mean,
figure out.
this
But
is
I'm
Hewitt
aware
double
of.
checking to make sure what Hewitt plans is what I can actually do with Phil. Because Phil would know. Because I have too many cards of stuffs.
Now you know the problem of playing spellcaster.
Yes.
Oh, I
So
should have
many
used
words.
that. I should have used that.
What?
I should have used the Sage feature. But that could have probably worked.
Okay, I can't do that because I gotta be able to.
Well, as you guys are kind of attempting to make do with whatever's happening here, yes?
Investigation check on the door.
Go ahead.
Helping.
Thank you. It's way better than what the first one was. That's a 15.
What exactly are you looking for?
Trying to see if the doors meet seamlessly, or if there's a small.
There is a small seam, but it's not enough. The doors are thick, and so there's not enough of a gap between where you could actually see anything. Because the second you try to do this number, it's gonna cut your vision.
Okay, so there is a little bit of a gap. It's just not wide enough to see.
Right.
All right. So
But you can see, if you kind of go up and down, you'll be able to see a bar.
So I can see the. Okay, is the bar okay? Here's stone wall bars going between the stone, or is it behind the stone?
It's behind the doors.
All right.
It's one of those where it's got the L-shaped bracket, and they thunk them.
Okay, so I can see the bar, but I can't see past the bar.
Not really. Well,
If I look close to the floor, I can't. I cannot see
you
floor.
you see floor, and you see what looks like the bottom of a bookshelf.
All right, if I can see that, misty step.
Okay.
I know this is about to be bad, but I have a 0 modifier to my wisdom.
As you misty step into the open space just past the thickness of the doors, you are facing a bookshelf. It's about 7 foot tall, chock full of tomes and scrolls and loose sheafs of paper, and immediately on your left, someone crashes into you. They've been walking back, and they just bowl into you. And you hear, "What the bloody?" And you stumble back, and this person stumbles back. And
Phil just go through the door.
Hello.
So he did.
It's a native Zraelin, wearing robes similar to what Brother Orion had been wearing outside the temple.
Putting the tent back
this person
on the goat.
is younger, by far. Probably about 20s-ish. I know Phil has trouble with ages, but young adult.
Okay, so I got to mark this as it's
usage.
it's a feat. So I can technically, but the way I'm playing it is that the feat spells I get from Fey Touched I can only use once.
Okay.
Role play choice. I know I
Okay.
can use a spell slot to it, but I don't have many of those. Anyway, so Phil's gonna. Oh, okay. I am so sorry. Weird crap went down. Do you know where Eberron is? Have you ever been there? Do you know how to get back?
No, what?
I got banished here. Oh, my mom's gonna be so pissed. Oh.
Fil'verl?
Shit. Yes. Yes.
Did you slip through the crack in the... That's weird. I was literally coming to... I had to get permission?
Were you the one at the door?
No, that's...
Well, okay, that lie doesn't have to go through all the way anyway. Just turn around. Let's lift up the bar.
You're rather impatient, aren't you?
Yes, we have been do you know, you probably do, you know how many stairs and how steep that is out there? My calves are burning, and I can guarantee you that there are 2 individuals out there that probably feel the exact same. Because one
My
of them's
calves are
carrying...
always burning.
I'm going... Beautiful. Oh god. I'm gonna give you a little wee word of advice for the future.
All right.
Don't just go through doors when you've been asked to wait.
We weren't asked to wait. They closed the thing and walked off.
That's pretty obvious and asked to wait.
No, that
lifts
seems
the bar and
that seems more like
sets it to the side.
that seems more like a go away, and we aren't accepting that. So,
Okay.
cultural differences. It's fine. We're all learning.
Yeah, pulls open one of the doors.
It's fine.
You guys were here, like you saw Phil like just disappear.
Yeah.
Heard muffled speaking from beyond the doors, and then one of the doors opens to allow your group in. You see Phil with it's a young Israeli individual, got the heterochromia going on. We'll say blue and green, and this individual does have large tawny like hawk's wings.
Is his skin pale?
No.
Okay.
He's rather tanned, or tanned, but has that look of a naturally born tanned individual who's been inside for a while, like me. So,
Okay.
but yeah, the individual allows you all to kind of come in, and then rather quickly closes the door after and sets the bar back in place and says, "You all need to come with me. You've got to talk to the council."
Okay.
And we're actually going to end it there, so that I've got prep time for the next time.
No.
Well, hold on. But before we do though, as you go, all right, I gotta ask you. Did you get the vibe of wait when they closed the gate hole or the eye hole on us, or did you get the vibe of go away?
I mean that.
Definitely a go away.
Yeah, I got almost a fuck off vibe, right?
I just figured when we were still here in the morning, they'd at least let us in. I got it.
Yeah.
But you decided to go through a door.
Back in Misty. Oh, there we go. We finally got it.
Almost made it, Spence. You almost made it.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, I did that because I was going to open the door. Because look, I feel something squirrely's going on, and I don't just mean because you were talking about him earlier today, but I feel something squirrely going on up here, and so I didn't exactly trust an individual at the door. All of a sudden, like, who goes there?
That this whole region is just weird.
Aye, that's coming from me.
I mean that's coming from me, too.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap it there.
Okay,
All right.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for playing.
thank you for running.
Of
Yes.
course. And we will pick back up right there next time, next week. So we don't have Into the Woods on Sunday, correct?
No, this Sunday we're taking off because my family will be here for Mardi Gras, and I will have a full house, and that's just too many people for this introvert to have in the house all at once. So what we do have is next Monday will be Holy Winds again, followed by another Tears of Kairos on Thursday. I don't know if we're going to have another randomly scheduled video game, but that might happen. Folks that want to play certain big multiplayer games need to get together and set that up, because I will more than happily watch and stream, but I will not be playing the Ender of Friendships known as Mario Party.
Or Mario Kart.
Oh no, my wife will murder me if I play her in Mario Kart, because apparently I'm mean. Any case, so that's what's going on. We are Team Bonus Action on YouTube and Facebook and whatever the thing Claire set up that I keep forgetting the name of, that is a link to all of our social stuff.
It's a link tree.
Linktree, okay. And we are also
You
at
need to spend.
bonus_team on Twitter. Did I get it right this time?
It is at bonus_team.
Okay, I didn't need a sticky note. Okay, so that is us on Twitter. We have something on Instagram, but I don't understand.
Don't know what it is
I don't
yet?
know, other than do it for the gram. I don't know what that is. I'm old.
It should be Do It. I thought it was Do It for the Vine.
Yeah, but Vine's gone. I
But
missed
Vine
it.
is gone, but Vine has been replaced
Now it's
by
just a TikTok.
TikTok not as good as Vine.
Exactly.
I'm that old fogey. 8 tracks are better.
Eight-
Vinyl.
I mean, 8-track Sony Walkman, yeah.
Would you
Anyway,
would you rather do that?
so that's what we got going on. Social. We got charity events in the work. We got next year's Extra Life in the works. So stay tuned. Keep an eye out. We got some odd and goofy things on the way. So since Knox is not here,
Don't let your meat loaf. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Bye.